Welcome back to another episode of No It's Nonsense. I think we're at like episode 24-ish, give or take. Guest star today, Adam Schmidt.
Hi, I'm Adam Schmidt.
All right, Adam. Before we get can you keep it together?
Before
we get too into it, what socks are you wearing on this fine afternoon?
I don't have socks on.
You're one of them people.
I took them off when okay, let me tell you a story. So I woke up today, and it was way too early to wake up. And I was putting on socks, and I couldn't find any long socks because I wear big boots. And then, so I grabbed these long socks, and I put them on. They're way too long. Like, I could pull them up above my knee, and I was like, are these nylons or socks? I was having a very big moment. I was contemplating a lot of things in my life. And so I got to work. Turns out they're navy, which didn't match anything. And then when I got home, I ripped them off. So that's why I don't have socks on.
All right, I'm going to bully like all the other people. Like one of my buddies didn't wear socks. He asked me to put socks. I said very aggressively, no, it's fine. But it's like you say it's fine. It's really not fine. Trent, if you're watching this, which you probably aren't, you should wear socks, buddy. No offense, mate.
But
okay. For those wondering at home, I'm wearing some Super Mario socks, blue stars. Or I meant yellow stars.
They're blue with
yellow stars.
Okay.
Whatever power up it is from Mario.
The star power.
The star power, yes. Yeah, thank you. So this is a little different for Noah. I normally have stuff a little bit more pre-planned, nothing like scripted. So we're just gonna kind of conversation mode this for the viewers. For the viewers at home, also it might be a little bit more explicit than normal because of this man over here.
Wow, it's not my fault. I just talk with dignity and respect towards everybody.
In an aggressive tone sometimes.
And using naughty language.
Yes, naughty language. I would never expect anyone to on this show because that's just so inappropriate.
Bleep it out. I can't hear that. Bleep it out in real time. I don't want to hear that.
Oh, okay. I was watching. Not that I was watching, but I don't know. Somehow Aurthur, the show Aurthur was on the show.
Okay.
Like talking about.
Yeah.
And they're like talking about the Bleep Box.
Rats?
Yeah, I know.
Wild.
I know. Yeah, mild. Wild. Anyway, and like part of it was like they were explaining like, oh yeah, in real time there's this button, a guy backstage that clicks it. I saw this like 2 months ago or whatever, and I just thought it was funny because that's not really accurate. I don't think.
No, it can't. No.
There's no way you can pre-plan it. Like especially if you're acting, like you hear the guy say the line, but what happens if he sneezed and you just bleeped it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, the guy's just
time.
like, oh shit, and you just hear a bleep, and you're like, I don't feel like
that's accurate.
That's a swear word.
But I don't know. I just saw that like.
How does this have to? That was on Aurthur.
Aurthur, like DW, the character on there was like saying some inappropriate words, and like they had a whole spiel about it. And like TV shows may swear sometimes, so they bleep it out with this magical button. A guy backstage, or you have to see the clip to know what I'm talking. I just thought it was really stupid.
That's really dumb. That's like telling kids that like babies come from storks.
I don't get that.
Who believes that? Who believes that?
The thing is, I talked about this a little before. My mother, never really lied to me as a child. She's kind of like straight to the forward, like, yeah, I don't love you. Kidding. I don't know sometimes, but you know, it was like one of them. It wasn't like, oh yeah, if you don't eat your vegetables, your toe's gonna fall off. She never did stuff like that. Like, I even asked her because I did a paper on it.
Okay.
Like,
why? Why did she never do stuff like that? Like, did she have a rationale, or did she?
She's just how it was. Like, my whole family too is kind of like straight to the point, like. No sugarcoating either. Like, we're kind of harsh at times.
Do you like that?
Yes. I'd rather be not lied to. Like, I'd rather you tell me right now you'd rather leave me my home, like, tell you to leave, like, tell me to leave.
Yeah.
Versus you just like, oh, it's fine. You know, like, you should leave whenever you can. You know, like, one other thing. Also, the thing is, I think I'm okay at social cues and, like, that aspect, you know? But, like, sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I don't, like, and some people, too, just, like, don't care. And, like, it's fine. But you don't know if it's fine or not.
Right.
That's the things you gotta watch out for.
I guess. I think definitely learning social cues just comes with life. And the problem with social cues is they're always changing, okay? So when the time that you like learn and you're like, I know what she's thinking or he's thinking, you don't know, you have a goddamn clue because they've already changed their social cues. But that's besides the point, I guess.
I mean, I guess. So like it's not like it's like 1950s and 2020 are two different ball games.
Right.
I mean, like...
Do you think, like, 1990 and 2020 are two different ballgames?
Oh, yes.
Yes, right?
Definitely there's differences.
Okay. Do you think that 2010 and 2020 are two different ballgames?
Yeah, I guess. I think it changes... I don't think it's daily or, like, yearly, but, like...
Is it every, like, 4 years?
I think 4 to 10 years. Also, your age, too, definitely, like, changes things. Like, no one who's 10 versus no one who's, like, almost 18 in November, by the way. Are two different ball games itself too, and your family like also can change. Like we're pretty standard. We definitely relaxed in like some ways. like one thing that my family is probably not like special about, but like when it comes to eating, like there could be like an hour. I'm not even kidding you. But like none of us eating until someone goes first. So it'll just be everyone not eating until someone's like, all right, I'm sick of this. I'm going. Like literally, it could be like a standstill in my family. Like, you know, I don't know. It's just the way we are. We're like, that's my tushul. That's my mother's side of the family. Like, they just wait. Like literally food could be done until someone goes or says something to go. Like, I'm not going to go first. I'm not that guy. Wow. Unless I'm literally starving, you know? Like, wow. Especially me and my cousins, we like exaggerate this, but like I had like they're over the other day. Yeah. I'm like, oh, you guys want some Rootbeer, ice, whatever it was, whatever I offer them. They're like, no, you go first. I'm like, no, you go first. We literally spent 20 minutes arguing.
It's terrible.
Just funny. It's just funny. No, at this point it's funny. But like
that's fair.
Like that's a social cue that's definitely, I don't think everyone does to our extreme, but like that way.
You definitely have to grow up with that.
Yeah.
To like understand that, well, not get annoyed the first time.
I mean, like if you came over, we probably wouldn't do any of that stupid stuff to a degree. Like not stupid, like with my cousins. Like if you just came over and me and my boys were hanging. Like I would do that. But like you came to a family event, like Noah's at his mother's family event.
I'm gonna be honest.
You'd be kind of lost.
I'd be the first person to go.
You'd be that guy.
I would not care. I would be like, you guys are all
being
stupid.
Weird. Yeah.
I'm gonna go fill my stomach.
It's not bad, but I've definitely noticed before. Like maybe I'm exaggerating, which I do, but like I've noticed it. Like there's been times where it's like, dude, no one has moved the last 10 minutes, and like everything's done, and like I don't want to. And it's different, especially when by your great grandma's house or something, or something like that. It's different when you're at home. Anything goes.
Yes.
But like when it's someone of that, and like, okay, my great grandma just turned 85 like last week.
She's pretty young for a great grandma.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you trying to say?
I've like, oh Jesus, no.
What are you trying to say?
I have a girlfriend. Obviously, that's the only thing holding me back.
I'm so concerned for 5 different reasons.
5? You want to name them all?
No. Okay, that's the other thing. Okay, not to shift gears. Like,
yes.
But like that's another thing. Like, like whenever I say like I have 5 reasons, people like genuinely think I have 5 reasons. It's just like an expression. Like, bro, like anyone that listens to me talk, it's just a prank. Like, I don't actually. Sometimes I do. like the 10 reasons I don't like you. Sure, that might be a legit list, but like I gotta think about it. And like I don't get why people.
Was it 12 Reasons Why or something?
13
like?
Reasons
13,
Why.
Yeah.
I never watched that
Do
show.
you think she actually had 13 reasons? Or he?
I never watched the show.
I don't know either.
I have to watch it together someday. I'm inviting myself over.
I feel like it's really depressing, and I never want to watch that.
I what lady was it? One of the girls in my grade. She's all right. But like, I mean, I don't care for her. She's not like she's one of them people. If I saw, I'd say hi, but like won't go out of my way to chase down the street to say hi. Not to be weird, I guess. Anyway, so she's like average person in my opinion.
No, I understand.
Yeah, and she's like, this is a pretty good show. I think there's like 4 or 5 seasons. I think there's, I knew it was more than 2. If I'm mistaken, do not like yell at me. But she said like the first 2 were okay or whatever, and like pretty good, I thought. But then like the last 2 or 3 just really dipped down for me. And I'm like, this show's already depressing. If you know the plot, it's like I believe this girl committed suicide. And like they're trying to find, and there's like a whole mystery around why, and like clues and like all sorts of stuff.
Did she have like a journal or something?
I think there's like a journal, a locket, not to spoil, but from what I vaguely remember, what I remember out of this, I could be totally wrong, but
Noah, 20 seconds ago, I've never seen the show. Noah, now I'm gonna explain the whole damn show.
No, but like I remember her briefly. I swear she said there's something about like a locket, a cassette tape, and a bunch of other stuff. Like there's each thing, like each reason was an object. Don't quote me. I just vaguely remember hearing this in the conversation, which I could be wrong. That could have been totally something else. Yeah. But we should watch it together sometime. Okay. Or some other show.
Okay.
I mean,
probably not 13 Reasons Why.
That'd be really depressing. Just me and you.
Over on the couch,
just like, crying.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm hideous.
And I'm terrible about comforting people. So you're crumbling. like
screwed.
The best I got is like they're there. I can relate to you sometimes. Like I'm so bad. Like some people, I've known them 10 years. It's fine. I can relate to them. Like especially the homies. Yeah. I say don't have feelings. Stop being insensitive or something. Yes. Or sensitive. And just punch them. It's fine. Yeah. With women, it's not to get sexist or anything, but it's a whole different ballgame. Like everyone's different. Everyone's like a snowflake on that end. Like the homies, like one of my homies went through a breakup. He was about to do some stupid stuff. So I gave him his 2 weeks, like or a month, whatever, standard. Then I'm like, all right, stop being stupid. And I metaphorically smacked him. And then we got some root beer and it was all good and dandy. Wow. So it's different.
That is different. That's a different life. Interesting.
Very.
I don't know if I can segue off that.
I mean, like, you can talk about women, anything goes really. Especially since it's explicit. Let's just be
It's
real.
explicit.
Anyway. It's not for the younger
I had a realization. I think last summer. Last summer was my summer of quote unquote bum. I casted. That was my job, and I waited tables. But it's like I didn't have like a 40-hour a week job, so I got called a bum by my mother and father.
Ooh.
Anyways,
that's so depressing.
I had like a lot of like thoughts that I was able to like dig into and whatnot. It was pretty fun, but one of them was definitely like women and men are just psychologically different things, and it's wild. It's wild. It's like torturous.
Like one chromosome, or not one chromosome, one XY, XX, YY, all makes
one
a difference.
half a chromosome.
Yeah, half a chromosome.
Really makes a hell of a lot of difference. Turns out it matters.
It does. Well, there's a lot of reasons why it matters.
Yes.
Biologically speaking, from a medical and science side.
If we're talking about medical, yes.
Big difference.
There's diseases for people who are missing them. So I think that justifies a difference.
Yeah, it definitely does. I don't know where you want me to go. I don't know where you want me to go with this, but like also, I say this a lot privately, so I didn't want to say this on the show, but since you brought this up, like women, I'm not generalizing, and I don't want to get any attack or anything, but like are being sexist just from what I've experienced. So you're talking with a group of girls, or like like a group. You're all fine and dandy, talking about sunshines and rainbows and hopes and dreams. You're good. 20 minutes in, and then all of a sudden, some of them's like, "Oh yeah, Samantha." Somehow Samantha gets mentioned. Yep. Not even relevant. Not even like relating. Like nothing. Just randomly. Somehow this Samantha gets mentioned, and then it's just a downwards vibe, spiraling snowball effect. And that's only with women. Like guys, you and I talking about sports or something. Like there's no way we're gonna mention that home Mitchell unless Mitchell literally walked in the door or something that reminded me of Mitchell.
This is a good point.
I feel like women always want that. Like I'm not generalizing, but just sometimes I feel it's like women just want that like anger and drama or like something. Honestly, bro. Like
I think they You
have to be careful. You have a girlfriend. I do not.
You make a good point. I'm just trying to figure out like
how to not seem like I don't want to seem like I'm attacking anyone either, which I feel I always come off a bit aggressive, which I'm trying not to be, by the way. Women are great, men are great, everyone's great most of the time. But like yeah, I don't know. I just want to get attacked. I mean, I'm not that popular anyway, but like 20 years from now, you should like Noah. Oh, Noah hates women. I do not want people to get that. Women are great.
The question here is like, why is that a thing with females and not with males?
But that's the other thing.
And like, obviously that's an overgeneralization, but I think even if it doesn't exist at all, that's a possibility. But let's just do a thought experiment.
Yeah, it's just like, theoretically this did happen. But like the other thing is true with men. Like I tell women, they're like, I can see where you're coming from on this, so I'm not like totally on crack here. Which if I am, no judgment. But like one of the things I was telling him about was like, all right, so me and Adam, well, let's just go heart to heart for a moment. I have an issue with Adam. I'm gonna tell him about it literally within like 15 seconds after it happens.
Right.
Or I'm just gonna and then like, all right, I have an issue with you. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna beat the shit out of each other. Are you gonna go get a root beer after? Are we gonna talk? Really 4-step program. 4-step. This is a 4-step program. Like the thing is, like if I never really had issues with people, but like, all right, if I did, I'd tell them about it, or we'd square up about it and get a drink after, and it's fine. But like women, like they have grudges for the last 15 years, and they've only been alive for 20.
I feel like you really like root beer.
I do love root beer.
A lot of your anecdotes just go straight to root beer.
Yes, root beer. I also what really hurt my heart. Speaking of root beer, Seth and them are like cream soda boys, which is fine. But I'm such a root beer guy. Like cream soda is like I used to drink all the time, but I can't pound it like I used to. You know, I'm a root beer guy, and I've always kind of been that way. But it's fine.
Interesting. I hate soda.
I don't really drink soda unless I'm like super depressed, like a normal person. Or like with the boys. Otherwise,
that's completely fair.
Yeah, I feel like we all go through like an alcoholism point at some point, right?
An alcoholism point?
Alcohol. Yeah, I think that's the right word. I think that's a word.
That is a word.
I think I'm right. I'm using it right.
You're drinking soda.
Yeah, but it's like I don't drink, but like at the point of Noah would be concerned if he was drinking.
Oh,
you know,
you're like
just 20 root beers later. You know what I'm saying?
Your mom walks in, you've got an empty 6-pack sitting next to you, and she's like, "Where's all the bards?" And you're like,
"Yeah." Don't worry about it. No, my mom's pretty chill anyway. I love my mother.
I see.
I don't know, man. Women, they confuse me too. Like the other thing is, you're fine one day, next day, not fine, and you don't know what you did, why. It literally could be the change of the weather from 10 degrees. and they don't want to talk to you. Maybe that's just me and my like I repel women naturally.
I think you've. It sounds stupid because I'm like what 3 years older than you.
Yeah, he only has a couple on me.
But it just comes with high school.
True.
It's just high school. Like I have friends that never went to college and they still live in high school like mentalities.
Like I can't.
Like just because they don't really do much and so they never had to grow up. If that makes sense.
I mean, I feel you.
And you definitely lose it when you like are forced to do things that you don't like to do. I think that's really just all it is.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. But like I don't see everyone I know is either like my age or like plus or minus 4 years. So we're all within the high school realm. Like it was yesteryear. Yeah. Like I don't have any like there's some work people that have like 10, 15, 30 years on me, but like other than that, like I don't have any people.
Yeah, it's just some work people that are like double my age.
Yeah. One of them could be my mom for all I know. Actually most of them could be my mom, but that's fine. Or dad. Not relevant to this conversation. But well, it looks like you got something to say over there.
No,
I mean, I can beat you up, bro. I can take you. You might be a little bigger. I can take you. Okay. We can get root beer after though and be friends.
Deal,
yeah, the
deal.
4-step program.
The 4-step program,
dude.
What's after root beer?
Either like, all right, here it is. Do you have an issue with someone?
Yep.
So you like either physically, or you talk about it, or beat the shit out of each other, or both, depending on the context of how it went down. So like I count that as step 1.
Okay.
And then step 2 is beating the shit out of each other after talking, unless you just skip right past it.
Okay.
So like one's like yeah, you might talk, otherwise you just beat the shit out of each other, go really at it.
Yep.
3, get a root beer after.
Yep.
And then you determine whether or not to be friends or drink in silence and never see each other again. 4-step program.
Okay.
4-step program.
Okay.
It's so accurate though, honestly. Like all the boys that I've had issues with, like not really many, or the ones that are out of my life now.
Yeah.
Literally kind of happened like that. Like nothing physical, but like,
but it ended up with a
like
root
we just
beer.
had a root beer and like done type deal. It's only happened like twice, kind of. It wasn't really so.
That's a pretty high number.
It might be a little stretching the truth a bit, but like still, it really is. But like I've definitely had times in my life where like it was gonna get to that point. Like either we're gonna work it out or not. That's the other thing too, and we don't pretend. Thing with men is like we do not pretend it's fine. Like like if one of the boys is pissed at someone else, you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
You see like something's about to go down, so you step away too. It's not like women where it's like, oh, you're pissed at Samantha. You know what I mean? Like, it's like between them. You don't worry about it.
I notice this once in a while. Some guys do it, but not as subtle. I feel like that's the main difference. Like, some guys will be like, yeah, whatever. Like, that's fine. But it's obviously not fine.
Yeah.
I feel like there's definitely scenarios where, like, my girlfriend will be talking to me about, like, what her friends are doing and maybe they didn't invite her, or, like, whatever the situation is, and she responds with like smiley faces and exclamation points. She's like, oh, have fun, blah 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 blah.
No.
And I know I'm like, you're not happy. Why? Well, you just gotta be happy. No,
no, dude, that's the other thing. All right. Like I know we were talking a little bit about this before the show, and I think on the last show. Like, all right, so I literally I was saying this earlier. Like, I texted you more, which is I wouldn't say like a above average amount, I'd say healthy amount.
A healthy amount.
Yes. I'd say the healthy amount. For like the last like week or two or whatever, or like overall.
Yes.
Versus the 17 years of people I've known, and like that number is higher, which makes me depressed. Like I love you, no homo, it's all good. But like I've known Valor's people. I'm from Valor's. Casey didn't know. I'm pretty sure everyone knows. And like some of them, just like I'm dead to them, no reason. Like the other thing is with men, I feel like there's a 10-person squad.
Yes.
And I'm the 11th guy. I'm dead to them. I do not matter. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's just my school, also Hicktown. That's like I used to be the 10th guy on the squad. Like metaphorically, I'm talking. But one guy came in, took my spot. All the other boys went to him.
I mean, that's terrible.
I'm dead to all of them. Like I'll talk to them.
Okay, no.
This is like acquaintances,
Brainstorming session.
All right.
How do you kill
that got real.
The new one. The new guy.
I can't. He's too in. He's like a disease.
Too in?
He's like a disease. I can't.
He's hooked in?
He's good. He's I can't. And besides, even like he was like, I love the guy. He's a great guy. There's nothing wrong. He's not like one of them people. That's like he's not like one of them people like, oh, really that guy? He's like he's a good guy. It wasn't right away. For like 6 months, like COVID, whatever. Something happened. You all just hooked him in. And I was kicked. And it hurts. He's a great guy. But like out of all my friends, like the 10-person squad I've known since like I wasn't the most social. Like I had like say 5 friends, 3rd grade. You know what I mean? Like slowly progressed and it switches. Like, I had the 10-person squad, I'd say now. And now I only talk to, like, 2 of them, because they're not really part of that. They're, like, 2 groups. There's, like, the the band and like the soccer group, kind of, or like kind of like that. But we're all together type. We used to sit together. But now it's just like it feels like okay, except those 2 people that aren't in the band group, we're just gonna like say here. Everyone else is just with this guy, and like it hurts because one of my buddies is still my buddy. Like he's one of the friends I consider my friends. He invites me. Other than that, no one else invites me.
Wow.
And like this one guy, I love him dearly, but he's like doing stuff, and I know they are, and like I'm just not getting invited, which sometimes I can understand why. Like sometimes like couples events or like prom stuff like that's fine, healthy. No, I can't get mad. But some stuff like a bonfire, bro. You're telling me I can't bring my own chair and show up, like stuff like that, just kind of hurts, and it's fine because it's fine now. Like I have you. You know, you're probably the top 5 best friends right now.
Well, that went fast.
Yeah, I know. And like your brother, which you won't give me his number, by the way. He's totally he's totally blocking me. I have him on Snapchat, but I'm trying to escalate this level, and he's just like,
nope, not happening.
Totally not happening.
That's really funny.
You should tell him that. Bully him into submission. Honestly,
I'll let him know you said something, or he'll watch this at some point.
I don't know if he will. Probably, hopefully.
I think I got a little bit of swing. He is my brother.
You will watch this video. You will literally sit down the next
Depends when it's published. I mean, it might be published next year. Like, so.
No, this should be out like 2 weeks. Because I'm going to get the other 2 out. And I would like to get 2 a week. Every like 3 or 4 days.
2 a week is so hard.
It's not an issue with me. It's just like mentally doing it. Okay, some days, no, it's not. But like, okay, literally if I slacked off 2 days.
Yes.
And like did it one day. It's just also my computer. I have to let it render the video, so that takes like a couple hours, and like putting on YouTube all that. So like you can say that takes 6 to 8 hours. My internet's pretty good, but like why not? So you could say like 8 hours to that. But even if I did that at night, bro, let it render overnight. Like no excuses. It's like a mental. Also another thing, it's a mental game for me for everything. Not even physically. Like dude, if you told me to like lift your house up, I could do it. But mentally, I cannot.
Okay.
Like
Noah makes an argument that he cannot live up to. Is okay. Continue.
Yeah, it was a metaphor. In case you didn't catch it.
Nope. I only think completely literally.
Dude, that's the other thing too. Okay. All right. I'm talking and I'm saying a metaphor or something like that, and like people are like that just got real deep, or like, wow, you're moving it over now. This is weird. Anyway, or like,
this
or like
is normally how I sit.
Oh really? I prefer like this. I kind of this is weird for me because this chair can rock. The other ones don't. Like the other ones stop, which is fine. I just try to stay more still. But like
for the camera.
Yeah, no, it's not a big deal. But the other thing I find funny is like I say something and it's metaphorical. Like 110%. Like, dude, that's like the most real thing I ever said. Or like I don't understand what you're saying. The other things, I hate having to re-explain myself because if you don't get the first time with me, you're not gonna get it, bro.
Right.
I'm terrible at explaining things. It's 100% my fault.
Could not agree. Yes, and I've came to that realization. I used to get pissed. I was like, I just explained that perfectly in my own head. Read my mind. Like,
it wasn't that bad.
I'm exaggerating.
Exaggerating. It wasn't that bad the older I got, but like when I was younger, also I was definitely a little bit more feisty, like not mischievous, but like definitely energetic. Probably on the ADHD side. Never diagnosed, but probably somewhere on that spectrum. I'm gonna guesstimate.
Yeah. I can get behind that.
I feel like everyone is at some point, like some degree. But like when like I was younger, now I'm fine. I just realized people just I'm special and that's okay. But like explain things. Like at the age of like probably till I was like 13 or 14, honestly, I get super pissed. I'm sorry, I explained this to you 5 times. And I know we're different, but just understand, please. Like I just get so mad. And like it's more on my parents. Like I was trying to explain something to them and they weren't getting it and I just couldn't handle it.
You can't do that, yeah.
Yeah, we're good now. But like when I was younger, we're good. I'm mellow. I've definitely mellowed out in recent years.
I always explain things that would make sense to me because I'm like either doing the action or want it to be done in a certain way. That's why you're explaining something, you know? It's always your thoughts that you're trying to convey when you're explaining. And I suck at that because the way I think about it does not normally work for someone else. Like I'm building a chest right now, and I would talk to Bailey about it, and I'd be like,
is that your girlfriend?
Yeah,
not to
Bailey. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'd be like, this piece is gonna go on the top border on the curved portion. You remember that model I was showing you? And it's got like those circles and like all this different stuff. And she was like,
no, I don't know.
I don't really know what you're talking about. Or she pulls the, oh yeah, that'll look good.
And it's not gonna look good too, and you know it's bad.
No, it's not that. She just go, and I go, you don't know what I'm talking. You don't know anything what I'm saying. She's like, no, I don't get it all. And it's just that's where the frustration gets in, you know.
I feel you. Also, I'm more of a visual person too.
Yeah.
Like I have to see it or I can't. Like literally, you could have tried to explain to me the most basic thing, and I had to physically see it. But you could not explain to me how a phone worked. And okay, I guess that is complicated, or to a degree. But like literally, I have to visually see it to understand it. Like, there's no point. Or math. Like someone can. Like I have to write. Like not like mental math. Like 5 + 5, 10. I can handle that. But like. Or if it's like a grocery, like, okay, I don't understand my mother. She'd be like, okay, can you give me green peppers, bananas, jalapenos, I'm like, whoa. I only got 2 of those. You got to write this down for me. And then she like doesn't roll her eyes, but we're used to it now. But like when I first got my like license and like started to do stuff like that, I'm like, Mom, you have to send me a picture. Otherwise, I'm not gonna understand.
Send a picture.
Yeah,
like I'd make actual vegetables.
Well, not vegetables, but like say your mom, like one thing I needed, like you telling me you ever bought a specific brand of black pinto beans that are dried, fried, and refried, like, you know what I mean? Like I don't even know what that physically looks like myself now. Right. So I need her like that way. Also, it's like something, or like
It's not like she's like, I need lettuce and tomatoes, and you're like, you're gonna have to send a picture.
No, it's more, or like cause like she does cakes, for instance. And, like, there's times where she's like, okay, you have to get this specific kind or something weird. Yeah. Like, something I wouldn't know on the daily. I don't know. I can't think of anything on the top of my head. But, like, flour. I know what flour is.
Sugar?
Yeah, we're good. Well, actually, she buys cakes boxes, but it's fine.
God damn.
It's fine. They didn't even notice the difference, bro. You really don't. You really? Like, you really
don't even know.
Because, okay, like, it comes down to more, like, your frosting, your technique, and, like, your beating, like, compared to... Like, flour's flour. Like, you're going to tell me, like, $10 flour versus $1 flour? Except maybe some particle size, it's really all the same, bro.
I see.
Also, me, I couldn't tell you the difference. That's what everything, dude. The other thing is, like...
How do you eat your food? Do you eat them, like, eat it slow, or are you, like, an engulfer?
I'm definitely slower, unless it's, like, watermelon, or something like I really enjoy. Then I enjoy
watermelon?
Love favorite fruit, bro, hands down. You know, it's, like, you gotta get the right watermelon, which is, like, every fruit, but, like, watermelon's, like, super hit or miss. Like, it's either the best watermelon you're, like, or, like, the worst. There's no middle. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't like watermelon? Judging by your facial expression, for those listening audibly, it's one of them. I don't know what you're talking about. Please stop. Like, I like no.
I was exaggerating a bit, but I do not. No, I don't. I'll eat watermelon. It's not like I'm gonna be like, gross watermelon. But I don't know what's so special about it.
It tastes good. I mean, it's just my childhood. I just have a lot of good memories of watermelon.
There you go. That makes sense.
Or like gardening.
But you can't tell me that it's taste driven. It's just sugar and water.
It's so also. Super good. Like, I'm not going to cap.
Why you like root beer.
I have an issue with root beer. I have to go to AA one of these days. But anyway, like, the thing is, fiber is very important in everyone's diet, and we all need more fiber. Let's just be real. So, like, eating the rinds of watermelon, boom.
Do you eat the whole rind?
Yeah, I do.
How does that taste? I've never tried it.
It's just texture, bro. It doesn't really taste that weird. Like I won't say it's, like, more, like, not sweet or anything. It's just there. You just do it one day. Just give it a go. I can't explain it. It's like one of those things you gotta do. I can't tell you how to taste it. But like shoot, where I was like going with this, I don't even remember anymore. It was semi-relevant.
You know, have you ever eaten like limes, like whole?
I don't care for limes, like unless they're in the drink, or like lemonade's great, and like lemon on food, but like biting it, I've done. Like my mom when I was younger, she did this to my one of my younger brothers too, so I was like the only one.
Yeah.
Oh, I just like anyway. She like would give us lemons as kids, like when we were at restaurants, just to be mean. It was really funny. She did it to Cade, my younger brother. He totally handled it like a champ.
He was like, "Oh,
dude,
good.
okay. I might be a Sally, time to time. Like my cousin Dom, he gave me ginger ale Sprecher.
Mm-hmm.
That's beeping at me. I was probably gonna die or give up. I don't even know.
Why is it?
I don't know. I think it died. That's fine. My GoPro died. That's fine.
It's at 7 hours.
I know. I feel scammed. You should have gotten an extension cord. We should have done this properly. It's fine.
How much? If it makes you feel better, we have...
like 40 minutes or whatever. 42.
40 minutes.
It's fine. I'll just have Noah walk outside the rest of it.
There you go.
Or just slow it down times 2 so it's not in sync.
It's like every 15 minutes it goes like a multiplier down. So the first 15 minutes you're like, oh, this is good. And then it's just like, it's slowly matching less and less.
It could do that. But, yeah, the lemon thing. I eat apples. Corn all.
Really?
Just go at her, yeah. Even the stem, just whole thing down, yeah. That was my grandpa.
Why?
I don't know, just my grandpa did all the time, like the older guy. Mostly because, like, I just did it. I don't know.
Did it start as something where you liked the attention you got from eating a whole apple?
No, I was not really an attention guy.
Really?
Like,
I started a lot of, like, habits. Not maybe habits, but
You done some stuff?
I've done some stuff so much because it's like, oh, other people hate this. Let me just do it, and then people care more. And then I ended up liking it. So
that's weird. Well, not weird. Just get neglected or what? I don't know. I feel like we all do at times, but
maybe not. Like there used to be this Spindrift like sparkly drink at.
Oh, I hate sparkly stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so I did not like it at all. But it was $1, and I would say I would drink it if someone bought it for me. So
you hated it.
So they thought it was so funny, and everybody else hated it. So they'd be like,
he has to drink it.
And then I drank it so much that I was like,
this isn't bad.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I hate it. Buy me more.
Yeah. No, I've done some stunts. Like, not like stunts, but I've done some stuff just like to, like, not flex, but be like noticed.
Yeah.
Like the other day, like the most recent, I'd say, where I like Buffalo Wild Wings, which I hate, by the way.
I don't hate Buffalo Wild Wings.
I just like local bars wings so much better.
That's
and that atmosphere. I hate fast food in general.
Okay,
but
that's
fair. So anyway, I went with this like the not 10 squad members, just 10 people I know. I got invited by my boy, and they're like this group. I knew everyone, so it wasn't like 10 strangers. So they're all doing. I'm like, I'll get the most. I'll get the what is it? The Carolina Reaper. I believe it's the most expensive. Everyone's just like, what the hell happened? Type deal. Especially going for me. Like I'm not like a Sally, but like you don't expect that on the daily anyway.
Right.
That was one of them like moments of like, hot bitches, look at me. You know, like one of them like,
I'm gonna eat the spiciest one.
And I did. It wasn't bad. It really wasn't. Just like it was painful. It was more when it got in my eye.
It wasn't pleasant.
I can handle spicy, like actually though. Like
Did you enjoy it?
You don't even taste it. Like, or like, you know, there's like no flavor, bro. It's literally just heat. That's like with anything. When it gets up to that point, it's literally just heat. There's like no flavor. Like it literally just like burning.
Isn't that gross? Like it's
not I wouldn't do it. I didn't enjoy it. Like I didn't enjoy the taste, but like I did it to flex. That was one of them flex things.
That's fair. That's the only valid reason.
And like I shared too. So I only ate like I think I ordered 6 because I don't like wings from other places anyway. But like so I ordered 6. I ate like 2 of them. And
do you
I
get
shared
boneless?
like the other 4.
Are you a boneless guy?
I'm a bone man.
I'm a bone man as well.
Okay, that's good. Otherwise, you're weird. It just feels like it's not like faker to a degree, but it just doesn't feel right in my heart.
It doesn't have the right meat.
It just doesn't feel the same.
Yeah.
I catch your drift. But like one of my local bars, Spuds, love that place by the way. They had like the XX Hot, which I don't know what peppers were on it, but like that was like honestly, I don't want to say it was more, but it was like super comparable, and I know it didn't have that pepper in it. I don't know what it had.
Well, it doesn't matter what pepper it has. It just
like,
matters
the heat. But like it was so close to it. I'm like, bro, well, I can handle it. Like literally give me any. And like the funny thing is too when I was doing this, I'm like just to be safe, do you like got any milk or like something you recommend? Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, we got your milk, but that's not gonna do anything, and that concerned me. And I'm like pretended it's fine. Like it's fine. Yeah, okay. No, it's about to die here, but it's fine. That was one of the funnier stories that happened like 5 months ago. Whenever school ended, subtract a month or 2, whatever.
And then you did the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, that was intense. Also played jazz there. Not the same day.
I heard from your podcast.
Yeah, that was
the
so
one
pumped.
I listened.
The one with Maddie. We literally got what? I think we got like because we played at 6, was it 5 or 6? Okay. Got like it was like an hour or whatever. Yeah. Get home like 8. Get the show going like 8:30 or 9 or whatever, and like I was so pumped. We literally had this show like 2 hours before. Noah's pumped. I love jazz, by the way. Like,
yes.
I love jazz.
Yeah,
I literally want people to know, like worldwide, I love jazz. Noah the jazz enthusiast.
Instead of advertising for your podcast one day, it'll just be like banners that says Noah loves jazz.
It's like, what is that? No, Noah just really likes jazz, guys.
Yeah,
I love jazz, so much. By the way. I cry sometimes. This is a metaphor. I don't actually cry. That's for weak people. No offense. But love jazz. Like that's one of the few things. Like there's so like, I usually don't love jazz. It's like listening to something it's like can get so real so fast, I feel, versus other stuff. Like and some of them don't have words. It's just music too. It's crazy. I don't know. You're not a jazz guy.
I am a jazz guy.
Are you a jazz guy?
I'm a jazz guy, but have you ever heard I need to look up the song's name, and it won't take me long. But
Okay.
there's one jazz song that I really like, that I haven't been able to find anything like it again, and so my jazz exploration has kind of stopped and ended with that. I get a lot of my music. I don't know if I've explained this to you from Discover Weekly.
Oh, Spotify. I mean, I've gotten better, but I used to be like the same person. Like I said this last episode on your show, by the way. Where's the point? Got to check that out. Yeah. Not to self-promote.
Not to. Where's the Point podcast? This I got 70 episodes, 70 episodes out.
Yeah, gotta check it out. Yeah.
There's plenty to choose from. I'm on it.
I'm part of the show. I'm actually the host.
I'm on every one of them, so if you enjoy me at all, this is what it is.
It's pretty good. I've listened to like 3/4 of an episode. We're almost there.
Wow.
We had like 20 minutes left. We're gonna do it. The other thing is I do like listen to I will watch 10 hours of TV versus I watch like 10 minutes every day. Like that's the other thing. I'm a black person, like I said. But like podcasts is one of them. It goes if I'm doing stuff like cleaning my room, I can like do 6 hours of it. It's just when I'm not cleaning my room or something like that, I can't. Like I have to be doing something. It has to be in the background almost. Like I can't like commit time. You know what I mean? Like it has to be like with something. Which I've not cleaned my room like at all really. Which I should. It's terrible. It's so bad. I don't want to talk about it. And if my boys, my cousins watch this, I'm gonna get bullied. They're gonna put in the timestamp, clean your room, and I know they will. So
it's that bad,
dude. It's bad.
Can you walk on your floor?
Like 2 feet of it. I'm very messy.
What happened?
Noah has issues. I don't know what else to say. I'm not proud of it. This one, there's like 10 flaws. All right. Okay, there's not actually 10 legitimate like flaws I can think of. I'm sure there's more, but like one of them is my room. Yeah, one of the many flaws is my not clean room. But like, there's no food in it. That's like I have standards.
I do have standards too.
There's no food.
Yep. Is it just clothes?
No. It's everything, bro. Like, my clothes are actually in a pile, like, or like in my laundry bin. Well, it depends, because we only have, like, 2 laundry baskets. So, like, the one day you don't have it, it's like, well, it's going on a pile on the floor. And I don't get it until I do laundry. That's one issue. But, like, it's terrible. I don't want to talk about it. It's bad. That's why I'm like, yeah, let's go to your house. That's the other thing. I don't ever clean my room. That's why I don't have people over.
That's fair. I feel... My room was getting messy last night before I went to bed. And it was just, it was mostly just clothes. And I just grabbed all the clothes, walked over, threw them in the hamper, done.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You say it's fine, but it's not. It's fine.
It's fine. How long do you think it would take you to clean your room?
The other thing is I cannot focus. And, like, the other thing, once I get going, I literally could, like, conquer half of China if you just let me go one day. But, like, to get there, though... So much mental support, bro. But, like, when it comes to things I want to do, which is anybody, but, like, I would run 50 miles, like, before I'd spend 50 minutes in the weight room. That's how much I hate the weight room. And, like, that's the issue with my room.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a runner anyway, but I just hate that.
Like, why?
I just hate, like, the weight room atmosphere's fine, like, with the boys and, like, stuff like that. And I don't really care if they're judging or, like, they don't really judge or, like, they don't bully me or anything like that. But, like, I just don't like weightlifting, like, at all. It's, like, literally one of, like, literally, like, if nowhere to go to hell, you know, if that's real or not. I don't want to get political, but
Satan would make you lift weights.
You're just like, no, you're not going to go to the firing room. You're just going to feel it in your veins and every other muscle in your body. You're just going to weightlift for me. I'd be like, no. I just hate it. Just literally do
Does that mean you're like really good at running then?
I'm not really good at running. I'm a better runner. Like if you looked at my muscle mass to my like running ability all the way. I run cross country. 2nd year, by the way.
2nd year of cross country?
Yeah, this would be my 2nd season.
Even though you love running. Why weren't you doing it previously?
Busy, didn't think about it. I don't know. It's kind of gray. Also, it's like, okay, the other thing with high school is like, this is okay. So, like, junior year, I'm like, well, I didn't really do much socially. Like, you know, I didn't really get invited to much. And, like, the older I got, the more I wanted to get social with the boys, too.
Yeah.
And the other ones that aren't social. Like, some of my friends, besides, like, the 3 of us, like, that they're like, okay, so, like, 2 of the boys literally only talk to each other and, like, me. You know what I mean? Like, the others, sure. Yeah. But, like, they don't hang out except, like, us 3 for sight. You know what I mean? Like, no one else.
Right.
So, like, that way. That's the other part. But I'm just like, it's junior year. I kind of want to always do a fall sport. Because I never did a fall sport. So I'm like, well, let's do cross country one year. Loved it. So we're doing it again. I don't know. No, I just had issues freshman year and sophomore year, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Also, I feel like everyone hates themselves freshman year. Or like just doesn't want to do
like some part, yes.
Yeah, and I feel that's healthy to a degree. Like the freshmen now, are not doing their time. Like when I was a freshman, no little freshman, like 90 pounds, 5'2" or whatever. Not accurate, but something like that.
That's a good point. I never thought of it that way. Like,
you gotta do your time.
I mean, it's a really kind of a way to think about it, but just being like, you gotta repeat freshman year, you little bugger. You gotta hate yourself. I know COVID sucks. You gotta hate yourself more. Get in school.
Yeah, but like the other thing, like my freshman year was normal. Like everyone hating themselves probably, like working a little bit, doing stuff. But like, the thing is, the freshmen now, they're like they're going around like they own the school. It's like, nah, like, you gotta do your time. Like me, like me especially. I was also like not super shy, but if I didn't know you, unless you're like a cute blonde or something, you did something cool, wasn't gonna talk to you, type dealio. But like, unless a senior talked to you, like you didn't talk to a senior type dealio. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, there's definitely like there's saw the lines.
There's a wall.
There's the lines.
Yes.
But like this freshman now is like walking like they've been here like 10 years and know what's up and up, and I'm like, what the bro? You know, it pisses me off. It's like a respect thing too. Like you don't sass your seniors. Like the freshmen now. All right, I might have done some sass, but not to the degree of like, I don't want to say cancer because that's so insensitive. But yes, that bad. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say with that. I feel like I'm a jackass, but I feel like all relate to this, especially now. Maybe it's just our generation.
Can you please go off on one of the freshmen? Like sometime this year.
Dude,
like,
okay, there's actually one of the people was talking to me.
Yeah.
Was like, okay, so I've senior seconds.
Yeah.
We could do like, how am I gonna say the word? Just freshmen or like, cause I always do alliteration in my episodes too.
Oh, yeah.
And like stupid sophomores just don't give a jit.
Yeah.
Juniors or something like that.
Yeah.
Different alliteration there. It's like having a freshman now would be so. I know some of them, but they're not the ones that piss me off. That's the problem. Like one of the ones that actually like, not like saying the ones I know are bad or anything, but like the ones that the viewers would probably enjoy. I literally just want to beat the crap out of them, and I don't know if I can get away with that. Like it just mean the boxing circle. Make an episode about that or something. In the ring, WWE 2-time heavyweight champ Noah Bratz coming in the corner. Insert a freshman name here. SmackDown of the 2022.
Freshman Jonah, he's 98, lives with his mom because he's. How old is a freshman? He's 14.
Yeah. 18 November, too. Really can go to jail, bro.
His favorite food is pancakes. He likes them with strawberries on top and whipped cream.
Yes.
Noah only eats steak.
It's like, no. And I'm like a scrawny boy. Like, let's just be real.
Nah, but that makes the joke even better.
Like, dude. Oh, man. And the girls. Oh,
if you get it, I would film that. I would film it. If you get it arranged, I'll film it.
Me and the boys in a boxing ring. Just knowing Noah's basement, too. I'll move the pool table. And it's like a 10 by 10 foot square.
Yep, and you got to get one freshman that looks like the smallest freshman you can find.
Dude, they're so many, though. Like, I feel tall sometimes. And I'm like, what, 5'8"? I don't remember what I said, but like something like that. Yeah. So I'm fairly short.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like a giant some days. But then there's like some people that are like 2 feet on me freshman year, so I can't say anything. But yeah. Freshmen are great, guys. I don't bully them at all or anything.
I feel like you bully them.
I definitely
I'm
know.
just going to be honest with you.
Yeah,
you definitely bully them.
If people are listening, I would never do that. Dude, okay.
I feel like people listen.
I only have like 20 viewer average time. That's fake, guys. It's higher.
It's higher. It's all fake.
Yeah, it's higher, guys. Just please like and subscribe. Oh, please. But like band today. I don't want to get political because this is really like if I post this 5 days, everyone would be like, "Oh, I know what you're talking about." My band people, the Tromboner Section, they're actually pretty okay. You know, as people and like some of them I'd get a root beer with after I was already had a lot of root beer. But like, we can now walk in a straight line marching.
Oh,
and it's like I love Mr. Stone, my current band teacher. I love Mrs. Hussey. Mrs. Hussey would not tolerate any bullshit. Like, there's some bullshit that went down on the field and stuff that she would have not tolerated. Like, you would have been like, all right, I might give you a warning. Yeah. But, like, next time you out, you know, like, she did not take any bullshit. And, like, she was scary. You loved her, but you were scared of her. Like, she yelled at someone, like, one person. You could not even listening. And you just see, like, a kid walk away and you're like, I felt affected from it. That's when you know she's scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if my band teacher, like, yelled at one kid, it doesn't hurt me. But when that woman yelled at someone, you felt like you're getting attacked, and you could have been perfectly fine. Yeah. That's when you know. Yeah, I should probably shouldn't say stuff like that. That's a little real time.
Well, you have the audio. You can just cut it out if you want.
That's a lot of work. Besides, I belong to the viewers.
I can give it the. I belong to the viewers. All 20 of you, you own me now.
Yeah, don't tell mom. But
don't tell mom.
But I've done some stupid stuff. I don't know. What about you in high school? Like, cause you're bigger. My school's like what, 80 people a grade? I was saying. Like, how many was your grade?
400.
That's like my whole high school, bro. Not like less. Like my high school's like a little over 300.
Yes.
Something like that.
That's wild.
You know everybody. Like I was saying last episode. But like, I know everyone I want to hate. Or I definitely my friend.
Don't know everybody. And it was wonderful. So there's some people on graduation where they walked up and I was like,
I've never seen them before.
Yeah, I don't know who you are. But you graduated with me, so. That's
cool. But like, they could have been your best friend, bro. You could that could have been like your chess buddy, because I see you love chess.
I was thinking, I do love chess. Chess is pretty great. You got a problem with chess?
No, I just suck at it. I don't have issues with it. I just like stalking your Instagram. Chess?
Yeah.
Yes, one does. You know.
Yeah.
Because it's been like 10 years. You know.
Yeah.
Metaphorically.
Yeah.
I don't stalk people at all. Just so we're aware. But my aunt does. She's.
You were kind of explaining.
Yeah, that was the last episode. By the way, you gotta check it out. Where's the point?
Where's the point? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good podcast. Really.
Number 70 with Noah Bratz. Bratz, right?
Yeah, Bratz, B-R-A-T-Z, yeah.
Thank God. It said it in the intro. I don't know if you... Do you listen to any of your episodes?
Yeah, I always go through them 100%.
Really? The whole 100%,
thing? 100%. Just in case I accidentally said something like I'm like, oh, I didn't think I said anything too biblical. Or if I like miss a swear. Like, just trying to make sure. Like, I have a mental note for where they are, but there can be like sometime where Noah's just LSD up and over and just like totally zoinked and just like, oh, I said and I didn't realize, you know what I mean?
That's fair.
I always go through. Also, sounds you don't always hear. Like, if I hit the table, you might not hear that the first, like, way through. Yeah. Or not realize.
Do you edit it out, then?
Oh, I definitely do. It's so irritating. Like, imagine a silence for, like, 3 seconds. Like, you're, like, say, all right, what's your opinion? Like, I pause, you start talking, and you just hear a donk. You know what I mean? You know how irritating that'd be?
That's fair.
I don't know, maybe it's just me. And, like, I want it perfect. Like, I never really cut stuff. I haven't, unless someone asked me to. Like, one time. I'm not going to say what was said, but one of my buddies was saying something about his family. And he's like, you probably should cut that out. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that for you, no problem. Otherwise, I don't kind of thing. There's been sometimes I'm like, but I don't want to lie to, like, a degree. And also, there's some things I think should be said. Like, nothing offensive, but, like, there's stuff that I didn't, like, not feel comfortable about. But, like, I would feel be taken the wrong way. But, like, once I reviewed it, I felt like it was fine. But that's the other thing. Like, me calling you a
yes,
it's fine. I feel we're at that level, but like me and someone else like hearing it, like I can't believe Noah did that. You know what I mean?
Like that's so offensive. He doesn't even like. You can't do that.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. So that's really hard. That's why I try to stay neutral in general.
Yes,
but I don't want to be boring.
My whole mentality for like what I put out there is if I start trying to play to what people would want to see and don't trust my original instincts, I'm not going to enjoy it. Whether or not I start making good money from it. So I might as well do what I want to do and hope that my taste is good enough to get like popular. And if it doesn't work out that way, then I don't want to do it anyways.
Yeah, I agree. Like if I'm like faking, like if I became a sports channel and like hated sports, like I'd be lying to you, I'd be lying to myself, I wouldn't enjoy it. Like even if I made thousands of dollars, you know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be what I wanted.
It turned into a job. It's just a job at that point, right?
Yeah, it's a grind. Whereas this like the one episode I get out of, it's fine. You know, I enjoy it. I do it because I enjoy it, not because I have to.
You're going from 1 episode a month to 2 a week.
I can though. It's just it's like a mental. Well, also,
how do you get like guests? How do you get guests?
So this is a funny story. So I didn't post for like 6 months, personal reasons, going through some stuff. Kind of busy, but like I could have done some stuff. I could at least done 1 a month, no excuses. But I didn't. Just going through some stuff as one does, especially junior year, sophomore, or end of sophomore year, junior year, whatever. And one day my buddy's like, he had a podcast. I kind of briefly explained, but go through it a little bit more, I guess, to a degree. Like one of my buddies had a sports, Jordan Drew the Sports Crew, you should check it out.
Yeah.
I vaguely mentioned, but now that you mentioned it, because now it's going to be people are like, what? Anyway, but like, he was like, dude, no, it's nonsense, you know, like, what is this? No episode, like, got me going, like, you got to come on the show. I'd love to have you. He's like, all right, 2 weeks, or I said out day. It was like 2 weeks later, because he was busy, I was gone. So like 2 weeks, did it. And like, out of that, kind of got going again. And then it's just senior seconds, because actually it's the thing that sucks with senior seconds is all Valor's stuff to a degree.
Okay.
Except like some of them weren't all Valor's to a degree, but like a lot of us band and soccer and stuff like that. A lot of the homies were like that, or sports.
Yeah.
Valor's related. So like, it's harder to get into. Like the David one you watched, that was more not Valor's related. You could actually enjoy versus like anybody. But if you like turn on like one of the other, like with Drew, unless you're in like to like soccer, I don't think you're gonna enjoy it as much type of degree, which really sucks for my content. But I love doing it. I love those. I love that
See,
stuff.
I have the same kind of thing because I'll have like camp folk on, and always what happens is the first podcast with anybody that I worked at camp with is always all about camp. Yeah. Like there's no way to talk about anything else. Okay. Just because it's an easy common experience and there's way too much story. Like there's way too many stories.
There's a lot of stories. Even from my Boy Scout experience.
Yeah.
Not even a staff, which we're gonna try to do. But like I kinda didn't answer your question, but like just by like
oh yeah. How do you choose them?
Literally it's lack of people to a degree. Like I also like I never really decline anyone on the show unless I couldn't talk to you. Like and like the thing is like a lot of people I ask personally because I think they'd be good, I like them, or I just need people. No offense.
Fair.
Never really had it that bad. Like I always wanted people, or some people are like, dude, I'd love to be on the show. And I'm like, awesome. I like when people come to me.
Yes.
Because then it's like I want
rarely.
Yeah, it really does. I want people to come to me because then I know they're interested. Now I'm just asking. They're like, oh, it'd be fun, cool thing, good experience. Right. You know what I mean? Or like there's some people like my teacher, Mrs. Reister. Episode will be out Friday 1 p.m. if you're watching this, by the way.
It will be.
It will be. It actually will be. Like for real this time.
It's scheduled?
It's scheduled. Well, not scheduled, but it's getting there. It's getting there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, anyway, but I didn't render it, but I got the audio done and the video and all that. Once I get that figured out, I'll be fine. But so like a lot of times, like I ask people, or like a couple of few, like I'd love to be on the show. I love what you're doing, type deal, and I love that. So a lot of it's me asking, or like some people, like adults, because I'm younger too, also in high school still, so it's a little different. And, like I don't know any famous people, so it's not gonna, or like any like officials to a degree, like
right.
You know, we'd love to have the state governor on, like okay, unless you're Wisconsin, who really cares? Type, you know, like that.
Also, you don't want the state governor.
Oh, it was just
like you know what I mean though.
Like I was just thinking. But.
I don't know about your experience, but when I got the dean on, it wasn't enjoyable for me. I felt like everything he was too much had too much importance. Yes, he was too censored. That everything that came out of his mouth, I was like, I can see you're thinking about it 2 steps ahead. Yeah. And I don't think it was a bad podcast per se, but I didn't enjoy his conversation.
Didn't feel the vibe.
Because there wasn't a human element there. There wasn't an actual conversation.
I feel you. I never felt like I had that issue. I've had nervousness be an issue, but I never had like lack of character, I felt.
That's good. That's great, actually.
And another thing is like, most of the people I ask are like, I need them. Like my old social studies teacher, everyone loved her, and like she was so interesting too. It's like also the thing is some of the people you have on the show you never would expect some things from, which is always great. And like my principal, I was a little weary coming in. Yeah, and it was like one of my favorites that I don't even have out yet, which it will be out in like a week or two. But like. It's one of my favorites just because there's some actual human element. Like, we literally talked, like I briefly mentioned earlier, like, we talked about, like, cars. Like, I've never imagined talking about my principal about cars. Or stuff like that in general, too. It's just so interesting.
Yeah.
That's why. But, I normally ask a lot of people, but I like to have more. And I like to try to give variety in age. Like, I just don't want people my age. Like, nothing wrong with it. It's just, like, I want some variety. Like, that's why I had, like, the older people on, or, like, my mother. There's such, like, a experience difference, too, like, versus their time. Or, like, if I had my great-grandmother on, I don't even know what you're talking about, but it would just be because, like, she's been alive 85 years. I'm sure she's seen some things, or two. That can enlighten us.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I have an issue. Not an issue. I always have a hard time. I normally have, like, 4 people that are really easy. Like, it just happens in spurts. I'll have 4 guests on, and 4, like, people that I'm like, okay, I'll do this person, this person, this person. Done. And then I'll get done with those 4 people, and then I sit and I go, well, I got to get a podcast out next week. I don't have one recorded. And then it's a brainstorming session.
Well, and the thing is, like, I don't mind redoing people. But, like, okay, I've literally done, like, 8 episodes in the last, like, 2 months or whatever the time is. So, like, they're still new. It's different when you got that catalog. You come back to them, like, 30 episodes later, new person. 6 months later, a year later, you know what I mean?
It's a different person.
It's a different person. Stuff's changed.
Right. There's different things to talk about. I agree. One of my buddies comes on sometimes just as like more of a co-host. Sometimes like he'll know the person better, so they feel more comfortable when he's there, which actually works out pretty well. But other than that, I try to keep guests spaced out, just due to like. It's not fun for a listener if they're like, oh, again. again.
I feel you. I don't have that issue because I don't post enough, which I should do more. But like after like those 3 episodes I've done and like this episode, which it won't be out probably a month. I'll just be real, but it's fine. But like
school's starting in a month.
I know it'll be out definitely before. Like it'll definitely be like I have to have an episode out, otherwise it's gonna look really bad. And like I want this to grow. I'd love to do this full time. I really would. I'd love to.
Yeah.
But like, and also once I graduate, I literally am only working, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like I have no other, maybe playing a jazz band or something, like or some extra like projects. But like it's not where school you have to show up every day, like extracurriculars and all that jazz.
Right.
But like. I don't know. Another thing is, after you, I had the Boy Scout boys, Bear Paw, like Travis, Seth, and all of them. Well, Travis asked if he could have the gang on. I'm like, love to. Have the waterfront on, too.
Yeah.
That'd be just fun. But another thing is, I never had camp people on my show. Right. So we can do an episode on camp.
See, that's
versus
wonderful.
you, it's different.
I know.
You've done that. That's the other thing.
Well, like this weekend is the 75th anniversary of like Bear Paw weekend. Yep. So I'm going up there, and I'm going to bring my podcast stuff, and I'm going to try to get a couple podcasts, and just, why not? It's a great time to have, like, really old staff members that I know are interesting. Yeah, see what I can pull off, and I think that would be pretty, like, that'd be good. However, that's, like, guaranteed Scout talk. So I feel bad for the listeners who know nothing about Scouts, but if they've listened to, like, the 5 podcasts that I've already had, they got a pretty good understanding of what Scouts is.
Andre, what a guy.
You're going to lost in the woods. Did you finish that story?
No, I have like 20 minutes. So you kind of like not jump.
How do you like the jumping?
It depends. Because I'm like a block person.
Yeah.
But like when you talked about Andre and then we went back to Travis, I was like, wait, hold on. Did I skip a part?
Yeah.
That was just me mentally. But like, it's fine. Yeah. I personally prefer like one story. All about Boy Scout camp and then shift gears. Yeah. But I shift gears constantly too, so I can't really say anything.
So what that was, I don't do that. That's the only episode I've ever done that.
Really?
Yeah. Interesting. So it's that's why I gave it to you, like just because.
See? Okay.
I was going down to Oklahoma for work, and I had to work night shift.
Yep, I remember this. I heard about this.
I had to stay up all night, and so when I was staying up all night, I was like, well, let's see if I can make an interesting podcast. So I snipped it all up, and I was like mixing it and trying to get a really good order. Well, what happened is I cut all the fat out, and the fat being like all the bad
like stuff
like
you
parts.
Don't want people,
yeah, just like bad either because it's like naughty or it's just not enjoyable or whatever it is. It's just dumb.
And it's like you have 6 hours of audio.
I had 9 hours of audio.
Yeah, which mine I normally keep a lot. Also, they're normally like hour. I don't really care how long this goes. This is totally fine. This is a little different. Hour and 10.
Hour and 10, but 12 is just our blabbering in the beginning. So.
Yeah, not a big deal. So it's a little different. My show,
depends how long you want to walk.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Also, I never really had an issue with guests talking about something. I'm like, okay, no one wants to hear this. Unless it's like that sports talk, which I try to get off there as quick as possible. That's one of the few things because I don't know. It's different if I knew stuff about sports. You could have a conversation.
But I was but it's like Green Bay Packers.
It's Rodgers, Bucks. Yeah, go Brew Group.
Hey, dude, the Bucks won. You hear about the Bucks?
I didn't know what Bucks and 6 meant until someone at work explained it to me because I asked. I'm like, what does this mean? And I did not know what it meant. Literally, I would have gone.
Did you have to find like a really like someone you felt pretty safe with to ask that question?
I don't have an issue. I don't really care about sports.
You don't care?
I literally. Okay, if you're gonna come after me because I don't know my sports, at least I know when the Constitution, all that stuff happened. So like, come at me.
That's fair.
I know America as it is, but like, I just don't really follow like sports unless it's my local, like my like soccer team that I'm a part of, or my cross country team I'm a part of. Or, like, the Valor's football team because they suck. No offense, but like stuff like that. Unless I'm a part of it, or like I know, like say like your school like did something really cool and I saw it, then I'd be more interested. But like. Once our like Wisconsin team, I care. Like I'm like, go Book. I literally would have not known the Bucks won until someone told me at work. That's how much I don't follow sports. No cap.
Well, I don't blame you at all because, and it's funny because you say you always try to get off sports, and here we are talking sports.
Well, this is a little different. It's not like we're trading like
fair.
this and this and like
have you ever
I think that's bad.
Happen?
No, because I shifted so fast.
Wow.
Like 2 minutes, I'm like, okay, we're done.
next.
Stop.
The Bucks won, right? I watched one game of their whole season because I was over at someone's house and they had it on. I was like, okay, I'll watch basketball. I hadn't watched a basketball game in probably 4 or 5 years. I just don't care that much.
I've never watched a basketball game. Like I've never. Like I've gone to people's house, I just totally like ignore it type deal. Like totally like look away. Like not
don't
like
care.
Like I've
do
gone
you
to
have
like
problems? Like, do you struggle watching movies and TV shows?
No, not at all.
That's wild.
Because I care. It's different. Like unless like sometimes
Because you care.
Because I care. But like, the thing is like I choose what I watch, or someone's
Yeah.
like, oh, you gotta watch this, or it's like a like, and it's a little different when it comes to sports.
Right.
I feel I don't know, maybe I'm just on crack, but like when I watch a movie, like everyone's seen Toy Story. Let's just be real. But like when you see it, and like you rewatch it again, it's like say you haven't seen it for 10 years, and you watch it again, you feel different. Whereas like you watch a Bucks game like 2 weeks in a row, or like you're like, oh, they're just dribbling back and forth, back. You know what I mean? It's the same sport. It could be 10 years. It's the same thing. Where it's like,
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I think people definitely get invested into like, well, that's my team, bro.
Like I care about my team.
Right.
Like I want them to do well, because like Wisconsin. Like I like I'm one of them, but I'm not like one of them that's going to the games. Like one of my buddy. I love my buddy. Bailey Arnott. If you ever watch this, which I hope you do. I love you, Bailey. No homo. But like he told me he spent $840, and he on a ticket. And it's like, dude, that's almost a third of my car value. And like I love Bailey. He was so happy. He was so excited. Like I saw the joy when he was telling me about it. Like, so I'm glad he's so happy. Like it makes me feel good for him.
That's
but like me personally,
a lot of money.
But like I can't blame him. I would have done
That's a
stuff
lot.
like I would have bought audio equipment or something like that. I enjoyed more.
Yeah,
so like I
that's fair.
can't judge for like the amount I spent, but like I couldn't personally do that. Like I went to like a Rodgers game once, and it was really cool.
You mean a Packers game?
Yeah, Packers game. Yeah.
With Rodgers playing.
With Rodgers playing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But, like this is a couple years ago. I was younger, and I cared more about like sports and Packers. But like the older guy, the less I'm like I don't really care. And they make more money than some people, which kind of irritates me to a degree. Like when you make more than like the people that serve our country and stuff like that. Not to get political, but like stuff like that really bothers me. Or like you're famous, but you just play basketball, bro. Like in the grand scheme of life, unless you're like supporting change or like donating your money, you don't matter to me to a degree.
No, they don't matter at all. But there's enough money in it for them to make that much money,
which makes me also sad to a degree. I'm not saying they don't deserve.
You know what
salary,
would get a
like,
lot of money if they started filming like war. If they just had live action war,
real time,
you can tune in. I bet you that would sell buckets, and then that's where you get your military spending from.
Dude, I love. I don't watch a ton of military movies, but whenever my cousin Dom or someone puts one on, it's like good. Or even in school. Okay, school movies are hit or miss in my opinion, but like the ones in social studies class, like about war and stuff like that, I thought was good. Also, I'm just a good sport. I'm pretty mellow too.
How do you feel about The Great Gatsby?
I don't want to talk about it. I love Leonardo DiCaprio.
That movie's ass.
Oh, the movie's terrible. But like
It's
Leonardo
so
DiCaprio, I love because I love Titanic. By the way, in case you didn't know,
I've never seen it.
Great movie for various reasons. Besides that, like
Did you cry?
No, mentally yes, not physically. But like I love like that story is just so beautiful.
Are you a Marvel guy?
No, I'm not really Marvel. I'm more like not really DC. Like I
I
have not seen Endgame yet. I probably never will. Like I've seen parts of it, just never sat down. That's the other thing. Like I'm not invested to a degree for something. But I love like Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire. But like other than that, also I read the book, so I had to read the book. So that's like made it 8 times worse. I read the book and I'm like, and then I see the show. It's like this is crap compared to the book. The book is pretty good.
The book is pretty good.
Minus the ending. I don't want to spoil. You know, the book's like 50 years old or 100. I don't even know anymore. But it's
it's a better ending than that of Mice and Men. That's a good ending.
I have not read that one.
You've never read it?
Unless it's required in AP Lang or AP Lit. I haven't, because I read The Great Gatsby in AP Lang.
You're an AP man when it comes to English?
Dude, I got a 3 on my AP Lang score, and I'm very proud of that. I suck at English. Like, I'm terrible. Like,
then why do you take AP?
Because that's where all the people want, like, all the... I don't want... Okay, I feel bad. I feel so bad when I say smart people and dumb people. But, like, kind of how it is. No offense, mate. Like all the people I want to talk to went to AP Lang. So that's where I'm going. They can carry my grade. And all the people I don't want to talk to are, like... I don't want to say others. That sounds so terrible. Like, they go to English, like, 11 or 12 or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, that way... And there's some kids in there I just don't want to deal with, too. And I love the teacher. Like, Miss Drinkwine. Lovely lady, by the way.
What did you just
Miss
say?
Drinkwine. Legitimate her name.
Legitimate?
Legitimately her name. Her name is Miss Drinkwine.
Miss Drinkwine, a little bit away.
Legitimately her name is Miss Drinkwine. Love you. And the English staff's awesome. Like, the whole Valor staff's pretty dope.
How did How did she get that last name?
Yeah, I'll have to have her on the show one day. But the thing is, she said she would go on anonymously so she could say whatever she wanted. Because she would feel like if she would be censored because of, like, the teaching staff and, like, all that. Because she would say some stuff. Like, she's so reserved and lovely. But when you get her off, you watch out for your safety, you know? And she's like a mousetrap. Fine until you put your hand in it, I feel. She's lovely, by the way. I love Miss Drinkwine. She watches my videos occasionally, so I don't know if she'll see this one. But
well, in a month, when you're in school, you could just tell her, "Hey, I'm posting it in a month,"
okay.
And then
real talk here. When did you start your podcast? I don't know that. Did you start when you're in high school or were you in college?
No, when I was in college.
Okay, that's the other thing. I'm in high school.
I feel like it's so much harder.
Well, it's not harder, but like junior, like I've had them play clips during class and stuff like that. It's not like super embarrassing, but one of the funny times was my English teacher, Mr. Bryce, love you by the way. He was playing it, and it was one of my buddies. And one of the lines, I'd pull it up if I wasn't lazy, the clip. But like one of them, I was introing him, and like, tell us about yourself. Yeah. It's like, I'm Cody Larson, and it's if you watch that episode, Cody Larson, he's like, I can never be a stripper because I can't show myself off. Or it was something like that. Yeah. How it went. And that was like he showed that clip. Like he didn't know. He just like put up a random episode, the most recent one too. He's like, oh, you just hear like the first 40 seconds and that's in there. It was funny. Whole class is dying. But other than that, and I don't like to hear myself. It's different when I edit. Yeah, it's fine because it's
100% different when you edit.
Yeah,
but I've
when
been
in like class.
I've been at literally like a bonfire and someone was on aux and starts like I hear my intro music and I'm like, and then I just hear my voice. Hello and welcome to this Where's the Point podcast. Blah, 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 and I'm like, oh,
I hate
we don't need to do this. Like it's good. I know it's good. I make it. We don't need this.
It's like cool if like people are like, I want you to listen to it with us, but like it's just weird when they randomly play it. Or like, it's just I don't know.
It would be really it'd be kind of fun if like let's say there's a road trip and we don't have a lot to do. You put on the episode and they're like, what is happening here?
What's your feedback? I've gotten feedback throughout the I guess year and a half years.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say years just for plurality and like stuff like that. And like a lot of it's like stuff I already know, but there's some stuff I didn't think about, which is good. Yeah. But it's just stuff it's like hard when I know and I'm trying. I appreciate it. It's like they've always been super good. They've never been mean about it. Like I never got bullied for it, and I'm really thankful about that.
I always know when it's like there's some episodes that are better than others.
Oh, you definitely know. I don't want to bully anyone, and I stand up for my guest stars too. Like I never diss them, so it's hard to say like what episodes I don't and do like because I don't want to pick favorites, and I always say, and I always like to keep that guest star like confidentiality stuff like that all good and dandy. Yeah, like in the crowd too. I don't like to say this episode was bad or like I say my favorites because everyone does. That's fine. That's like bullying anyone else.
That's like saying that's like saying these are my friends and these are like my acquaintances, if that makes sense. Yeah. And it's not like this is the person that I hate. These are the person that I love.
Yeah, it's just like I always try to stay and I always like stand for people in general too. I'm not and like the other thing is if I have an issue with you, you'll know within the first 2 minutes if I met you. And like other things, I never say anything behind people's back. Like I'll say it to their face. Like I might say some but then I'll go up to them later and say it. Like that I don't ever really do this. But I'm one of them people. Like I don't ever say anything behind someone's back.
Right.
Or like I'll stand for people, even their siblings. Like there's this one boy, I love him dearly. I love his brother. I love his brother dearly. And people just hate his brother. And I'm like, all right, I love my boy. So you can't be addicted to this guy.
Right.
And like he
that's kind of like, sad.
I know, that's like the thing. It's like there's such a great guy and his brother's just not lacking, but like I get it. There's so many reasons. Like I can't say anything. Like you don't know. But from that standpoint, so I like stand up for these people, and like everyone gives you flack for it. Not related to it's nonsense. It's just
life in general. Here.
And like another thing, I love Mrs. Stank for. She doesn't watch my episodes that often, I don't think, but she should. Mistake. Also, I'll call people out too on the show. It's even better. But like one other thing was like choose kind, and like I think that's such an important thing nowadays. Like I admit. I'm jokingly like an asshole, but like deep down I'm not. Like everyone knows I'm joking. It's just when people don't know that's like, oh.
I ran into that problem like right when I got to college. A lot of people on my floor thought I was like a dick, and I was like, no, I don't.
I'm not.
I really don't. Like when I say these things, I don't care in the slightest. Like I just don't care. I just say it for the joke.
Yeah, I'm fairly light in general. I feel, but like it'll get heated, sure, but like I'm normally joking, or like people know I'm joking. But it's just like when the people you don't know. That you're like, they're gonna think I'm a dick now. And it's like, and also I grow up, like I'm in the factory and like school and public school and all that jazz. So like I'm a little bit more, not as sensitive per se too.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I definitely don't care.
Do you ever think you'll have to move to be able to blow up the podcast?
No.
Like,
No.
move out of the town or whatnot?
It's like people, really. Like, because audio and like some visual
Right.
stuff. But like, it's more people like, okay, sure, if I went down the LA, like, and one day just walking down the street and I see Chris Pratt and he's like, get in my car, let's go on a podcast. Versus like in my town of Valor's, like, I'm going to walk and I'm going to see 2 dairy farmers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only problem. Like, if I went, like, you can do it like via Zoom or whatever, or like what we did.
Right.
Clean feed or whatever. I believe that's what it's called.
It is what it's
so,
called.
like, it's the guest. Because it's not like one of them where it's like acting. Okay, no one's going to film in my town. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I have to go where the set is versus like.
Yeah,
here.
that's true.
I think
that's
it's more
true.
your people and your quality and content.
Yeah. Do you think there's better people in other places? Like, do you think there's
like if I went to like LA, like that's where the coolest people are? No, I do not think that at all. Actually, I think like not saying my town's like the specialist, but like experience too versus like here versus like the city, 2 different ball games. And I feel like especially if you're LA, I don't want to say everyone's like the same because I've never been there. You know what I mean? Like everyone's in that like town rush where it's like my hometown's so much smaller and everybody knows everybody. So I feel like it's more an experiencing too. Like they're 2 different worlds, so you can't really compare to a degree.
That's fair.
And I think that's where it comes from. That's why I find my shows so much more interesting. Like I know I'm biased, obviously. Like
yes.
Like when I listen, like I try to listen to other people's stuff, so I feel what they're doing. Like kind of like not standardized, but like I know what other people do. It's just like, well, and it's someone that's big and famous and how to be successful versus like some local girl. Like like I find the local girl more interesting when I know her, or like even if it's like a town over, it's like, hey, that's where I live. You know what I mean? You have that hype versus like some person from Los Angeles that's famous. Like, do I really care?
Right.
I feel like it's really the people. I feel.
Interesting.
Why do you think you should move to LA? Become a big star.
No. I never even said LA.
Oh, I don't know. It's just the biggest place I think, or Las Vegas.
Because like I find it easier at least to find like good guests while I'm in college. Because I'm exposed to a lot more people.
True. And also they're not all from the area. Some are from around the country.
Right. It's just interesting.
I
don't know. It was just a question. I don't know if I even have an opinion. I will never like move to a big city.
No,
so there's my decision.
I'm literally staying like in Wisconsin for starters, and like I'm not moving. Like I get like I'm gonna move out of my hometown, but like 10 miles over to be honest. Like or maybe some like part of Wisconsin, sure, but like I'm not leaving. Like so many people I know here, like I don't want to start over. Like say like I moved to Washington, which would be like the only other alternate state that I like really think about, because it's like I have to have the Wisconsin climate, and that's like not the closest thing, but like one area. And I know some like that's family out there, like my stepfather's side, like one of his cousins moved over.
I have 11% of my viewership from Washington, Seattle,
which is weird to me. Like
I don't know
anyone there.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if the Spotify and Anchor statistics are accurate.
It's
like 1% from like Philippines, 1% from like all sorts of other countries.
Yes.
And I'm just wondering if that's VPNs. Like I genuinely wonder if that's part of it.
It could be.
That's why I'm almost wondering, because I can't imagine someone from like the Philippines that can speak English and understand want to listen to me talk about some random Valor stuff. Right. That's the only problem. Like some of the other stuff wasn't all Valor's oriented. Like my mother talking about her childhood, like that's not Valor's related. It's like that could be like everyone can relate to type deal. It's like I don't get how that guy, for instance, would want to listen to that or find me. Like how do you find Noah's Nonsense?
I know.
It's so small.
It's got to be like an obscure. The way I've always seen it is it's an obscure like
niche.
It's obscure platform that they have podcasts on. So one of those like I don't know. Anchor's always like, well, you have 10 different platforms or whatever. It's one of those other 8 that isn't Apple Podcasts or Spotify that no one else listens to. Well, Google Podcasts maybe.
Yeah.
But and then maybe you get like featured on the front page, or it's like something
so
you might like or something.
Like
I don't know. Maybe the algorithm picked you up for like one person.
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I wonder. Also, my channel's so small. So like, say I have 100 views, and like one person's from like Washington, so like 1%. And say you have 10 people from there, like a group, like a college dorm people. Like, oh, dude, I found this. Send it. You know, like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But like I'm on stuff that Anchor doesn't like have to. Like I put myself on iHeartRadio just for fun, because I was like looking. They had podcasts. I just thought that was funny, so I just threw myself on there. Like I'm sure no one watches it.
Right.
But I just find it
funny.
And
you don't even get to know if anybody.
Yeah,
watches
no, you don't have no clue unless I go to the site. But like that's a lot of work, and I don't really care. And like they have comments. I'm sure they'll send to my email. But like I put myself actually one of them I put myself on was like Amazon Music because I know people that do listen to Amazon Music. So that's why I put it on there. Audible.
Do you have to put it on?
Yeah, because that one's not with it. They're working on it. I'm air recording for those unaware.
Yeah, they're probably just like.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. But like, so that's one because like I know people, and my goal is like you'd be like Alexa, play No Nonsense, because I go to people's homes and I totally do that. I don't normally like. The thing is, I never talk about my podcast unless someone mentions it or I know people like actually care about it. Like one of my homies like was always like, "No, when's the new episode coming out?" Because he wants me to do good. Like I respect that. But like besides those, I don't go around in the hallway screaming, "New episode of Noah's Nonsense." You know, I'm not that guy. I feel like, and also
I'm gonna have to get on. I'll get on Amazon Music.
It's literally not that hard. Just gotta like send up an email or whatever. You know, standard stuff. Put your FS feed or whatever. Just send it.
RSS feed.
Yeah, but like I went to my buddy's house because I knew the Alexa. I'm like, Alexa, play Noah's Nonsense. What are you saying to me? I'm like, it didn't work. I was so sad. Maybe it has to be more specific or something. But I was really hoping.
Dang.
I wish it worked. But anyway, because I know people use that.
Yeah.
So Amazon Music's a big thing or whatever. So like that's one. But like iHeartRadio, I'm sure no one's listening to it. But like if someone did, or like the lady at work said she listened to iHeartRadio. So I just put it on there like the next day. Didn't tell her. I don't even think she knows I have a podcast. But like one day if I mentioned I had a podcast and told her I was on there, she'd be probably more likely. Even if she's the only 100%. Viewer on there. This is her platform. That's what she likes.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I find. Like it doesn't hurt to put yourself on more things, even if no one will ever watch it. Like but the chance that they could, you know what I mean, it's like one of them. It can't hurt you.
On YouTube.
Yeah, also, the thing with YouTube is I expect video. That's the only issue. Like, I love some of my boys, but when they don't have video of themselves, which I find way more interesting, because when I'm with my hands, if I, like, brought out a prop or something.
Right, I know.
And I know you don't like YouTube, I guess.
No, I do like YouTube. I just got it. I started it without YouTube, and I haven't done it since.
And the thing is, if you're to go back, even if you were to, like, just find your final audio wave and just put a picture in the background for your first 90 episodes, you know how long that would take to even upload and do?
I know.
And, like, I know. You don't want to start now. Start with me if you're
My Wi-Fi is so bad.
Even with Ethernet, bro. 70 episodes, especially since yours, mine normally go, like, 40 minutes. Now they're getting longer, which I like. I'm glad. Because, like, when people are like, dude, it's 40 minutes. Okay, podcasts can be, like, 1 to 3 hours, and, like, that's not even frowned upon. That's, like, small. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And, like, this one's are, like, 12 hours long, bro. But, like, normally more, like, chunked up, but, like, the same thing.
2 is, like, tops for me that's digestible. For, like, that I think I'm actually digestible in. I've done one for, like, 6 hours. I've done one for, like, 7.
I can't imagine being, like, that long.
Oh, you just get drained.
I could feel you.
It's terrible.
Like, I don't have that issue because they're normally so long, and, like, I'm so energetic. You know what I mean? It's not, like, an issue. But, like, 7 hours, it's, like, almost a work day for me. Like, add 4 or 5 hours. And, like,
it's a lot. It's just a lot.
Also, the thing is, I've never had more than one guest on at a time. Unless I was like, not coaching. I was on somebody's show.
That had more than one.
Yeah. And it was awkward.
You've never had more than one?
Well, I never had,
That's wild.
Oh, I don't only have one mic.
Yeah.
And I like to do in person. So much better anyway.
So you normally share a mic?
Well, I have. Well, like you and I could have shared one. It's not a big deal. Really not. But like, if I had 4 people on, no, that's not gonna cut. That's why I have to buy more so I can have the boys on.
Wild.
And it'll be dope. I'm fine with spending money too. Like that, I would love to do this full time. Like who want to just talk with their friends? Essentially, you know, have some big famous people on. And I don't sponsor my channel just because, not that I'm lazy. Well, kind of, but like, I'm proud of my episodes. But there hasn't been one that felt like I want everyone on the planet to watch this and feel good after. Like I always want that, but I never felt one in my heart.
So you're saying that you never did what?
Like I never sponsored my show, never did the anchor or anything.
Oh.
Like sponsorships, like I'd take it. Like,
okay,
like it's like if like A&W Rootbeer came on, like Noah, $10,000 to make a 2-minute spiel about A&W Rootbeer. I'd love to. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't decline.
I didn't do it until the 50th episode.
Yeah, I just
that's what my like bar was. I always said like, if I want to like do anything, I gotta wait. So I did.
Yeah, I feel good about myself. I'm proud of them. You know, like I'm never gonna delete them. Like I'm always one of them looking back people too. It's like 100 episodes from now, like look back, like I hate this. Glad we changed it. You know, like the episodes and people are great, but it's like I love to see the progression, and I'm proud of everything. I never been like, you know what I mean? Like I always felt good, but like there's nothing in the world I would like. Oh, I want like like I never felt that people would be like, I'm so proud of this episode. Everyone has to watch it. Like I never felt like the level of everyone to share this. You know what I mean?
Right.
I hear you.
I don't know, maybe I just have really high standards. But like I never felt like I love the episodes. But
I've had a couple. I've had a couple that were really good. The one before you was really good. It was with
Oh, mine wasn't good.
Wow.
That's what I heard anyway. That's what the audience felt.
You hear what you want to hear.
Definitely did. That definitely did there. Definitely heard I'm bad.
No, you're not bad. Come on.
Not that bad.
Come on.
There's worse people. At least my mic's good. That's what it really comes down to. Not that like you can't just be like A, B, C, D, but like it's so much more bearable too when it's good. Like even if you're talking about stupid stuff, but like hearing it clearly versus like good stuff and not hearing it.
Yeah.
So much better.
Well, I hope you hear this audio and it's not
I hope it's really good because I it's different because I always have headphones on too. So I just gonna hope it's perfect. I'd laugh if like mine was unplugged this whole time or something. I'd suck so bad. That'd be funny. I'd laugh a little bit. Like I'd cry.
Yeah.
Like once I get out the door,
I'd definitely cry.
I'd cry. That'd be kind of funny actually. Like you just see Noah crying in his car driving away.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We're gonna get famous one day, and like the other thing,
hopefully, yeah, hopefully monetarily famous.
Yeah, but like one day, I always tell people, like, hey, you're on there in the very beginning, and like 10 years from now when I'm famous, the people will be able to look back and be like, oh, that's funny, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And I think that adds to the charm too. And I was never like, oh, you can't do it to get rich either. I know that people hear this all the time, especially when I was looking like how to do podcasts and just seeing what people did.
Yeah.
Like I always hear like you can't, and that's so true. You gotta love what you're doing. You can't force yourself to do it to make money.
There's too much work hours for how much you're getting out of it. It's not worth it.
Like personally, so I listen to my audio. So whatever it is. So say we rolled 2 hours or hour and a half, I think we're at or whatever.
Yeah.
Just ballpark. It takes me at least 2 times because I have to listen to it and cutting certain parts.
And then you go back through to make sure.
And I go back like 10 seconds too, just in case I cut too far, which has actually happened occasionally. Because you're like, oh, this sounds bad, and then you actually cut down like a half a second of a wave. So like, say like supplies, but you cut down that S, so supply, you know.
Yeah.
I'm getting better at it. Obviously, it'd be more like a 1-to-1 ratio eventually.
Yeah.
But like, so like double whatever it takes. I always like think mentally too for time reasons. Just to like go through it one time, like so like hour and a half. So an hour and a half, I'm listening to no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, I can't change that. Then like if I stop at some points, contemplate or like cut it, and sometimes more work than others. Or if I have like issues with something, I don't want to talk about. There's normally not issues. More like the video side, like getting it to sync or all sorts of jazz.
Or the GoPro dying.
Or the GoPro dying. I just had to like walk outside or something for a while.
I like the idea of that. Do you ever like drive? Like just record a drive?
I could do that actually now. But except I'm gonna say this. Let's just be. I have a manual car.
Okay.
Definitely roll some stop signs.
Just because you don't want to.
Well, have you ever driven a manual car?
No.
See, then you wouldn't know.
Okay.
You have to drive the Cruze one day. Me and you.
I feel like that's not gonna be good for the Cruze.
Dude, I've had so many people drive the Cruze and abuse it. The thing is, I'll tell you why I roll stop signs in a minute. But the thing is, my grandpa's Volkswagen Golf 2005. 5-speed manual. I definitely took like 3 years off of its life, so I feel it's kind of like fair that people drive the Cruze
because
I definitely killed my grandpa's Golf a bit. Like,
I see.
It's just like one of them. Like I did it, someone else can do it, and like I love teaching people. That's one of like the happiest joys in my life. Just seeing like when they actually get it, and it's not and like okay, except me, and I know Zach does because I talked to Zach. He went like 50 points up because he drove a manual too.
Yeah.
Like we're a rare breed too, so it's like when you have that opportunity, take it. And that just makes me feel so special when people get it or want to. But like when they kill my Cruze, it hurts. But I'm like, I did the same. So I can't even say anything. You know, it's so relatable.
Yeah.
Like some of the stuff's like, I did this every day. And my grandpa, I love my grandpa. He passed a while ago, but I love my grandpa. And when I drove, he just threw us on the road.
Yeah.
Versus I baby everyone and put them in the parking lot. So like, there's definitely a more effective way, which is the parking lot. I feel because you're stopping like I literally did like an hour. Some of them need. I say do it at your own pace.
Yeah.
Some people 15 minutes, normally not, but normally it's like an hour, just starting and stopping. And eventually you get through like the shifting gears and like that. So much more effective, but like I had so much fun, and then like I killed the Golf basically. So killing the Cruze, I think that's fair.
That's fair.
And I never felt like scared for my safety with driving people, thankfully.
Yeah.
I haven't been like, oh damn, I'm scared. Also, I don't have to see all of them drive. But like if I know you, I'm like a little worried. That's when I'm like, all right, maybe you should drive one. And then I'll like let you know. Like you, I trust you enough, I guess, we're at this stage in life. Also pretty trusting.
I try to look trusting.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not an illusion. Hopefully for you.
I feel safety here. Guys, help me, please. I'm scared.
I'm trapped.
This is like a month away. It'll be uploaded in a month.
Away.
It'll be uploaded in a month.
I was wondering where Noah was. Somehow he posted it from Adam's basement.
Yeah. What's up? Yeah, there's a cage I go into at night. Yeah.
He gives me food and dog water.
Yeah, I get fed once a month, but it's fine.
Every time I post an episode.
Which one? I really should follow more of your channel analytics and whatnot, and like look more. I should have done a little more research, but like.
What? Go ahead.
Like you post weekly, right?
Yes.
And you do once a week, right? Do you have a schedule or just like once a week?
Once a week, Tuesdays at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. So my episode should have been out.
It is out.
It is out. Okay.
It's been out for a day.
What's today, Wednesday?
I was going to tell you.
Okay, I swear I didn't see any social media on it.
I haven't. I was going to take a picture with you tonight.
Okay, that's fair. Which the other thing is, YouTube thumbnails. I hate them so much. It's so hard to get people. Also, I'm new to YouTube. Like I'm not pro. Like I can't say like, oh, yeah. I see what I've done wrong.
Bro, you gotta use the thumbnail. Post it.
Yeah, that's what I kind of do it. But like when you see me around,
I can't believe she said what?
Yeah, I know. Like I should start having people post. I was thinking about that the last episode I did, and I'm like, oh, I should have had them do that. But
yeah.
It also is different. Like you and I in person, I'm like, oh, Adam, we need a photo for the episode.
Right.
Totally cool. But it's like via Zoom. How do you do that?
How do you do that? Like
the interview stops.
Smile.
Like I'll just take the clip in the video. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you'll go back and.
Yeah, like save it. Yeah, whatever. There's ways. But like that's the other thing. So I like in person. I've done it. This is like my Larson, my principal, and you. I believe this would be like my third in person. And I love in person so much better anyway. Mine's people's homes, which can suck sometimes. Your home's fine. I don't feel like any echo or anything like that. But like some people's homes had echo, like my buddy, or the furnace, or like their dogs. Your dogs are fine.
I invite you over.
No, your home's good. I'm not bullying you about your home. I'll bully you for other things.
Echo.
Your echo. No, I don't feel any echo.
There's no echo.
No, like I wasn't attacking
you. Why are you not a dog person?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it. It's fine. I don't have issues with dogs. It's just like I don't have like in general. I don't want women to hear this. They're gonna like I already repel women naturally, which I'm fine with. But this is gonna add to the tier.
Well, that's why you have to shower.
I shower. It's because I shower. I shower. I've been showering at night lately, or when I get also when I get home from work and cross. So I don't shower till like 5 to 6 to 8.
You're not. Why do you
put deodorant on?
I know. I saw you put deodorant on. I was watching you. I was like, I wonder if that's Noah.
I'm like, I could put some deodorant on, and then I put some mints in. Go, baby. Yeah, thank you for sharing with that. At least I use deodorant, ladies. I smell pretty good, I think. Today I used Pure Sport Old Spice. So.
Old Spice. Now look what you know that commercial.
Yeah, I love the clay animation ones. Doesn't matter. I love animation and stop motion.
You should get into that.
I wish my buddy and I were going to. We didn't get the tripod yet. We're gonna make something small, probably out of Legos. So that's just the easiest medium. Cause I can't do clay, but Legos I can probably do. I just had to make a storyline. You were gonna ask something I can't recall, but why I don't like dogs? I'm just not. I don't want women to repel me or be repelled by me.
You don't like animals,
but I don't like animals in general, to a degree. And like,
what degree? How big of a degree? It's pretty large.
Like the thing that hurts. Okay, another thing about dogs.
You wouldn't have said it if it wasn't a large degree.
Yes, fair. But like the other thing I feel is when you say you don't like dogs, you just already like you have astigmatism. I literally feel like attacked some days when you don't say it. Like not you're fine. Yeah. You're a guy. I don't really care if you like me or not to a degree. But like women just like, oh, you don't like that. You know, just like feel like, oh, I don't associate with you. But like if you see I wish I could see this in video. Like here. I know it's dark. I can show you how to show, but like here, and here, I got attacked by a German Shepherd. I did not like dogs. I didn't like dogs before that.
And then you got bitten.
And then it's like I still don't like dogs. It literally didn't change my mindset because I'm at my buddy's house. So it wasn't like a random dog. It's just like it sucks to suck type dealio. I just not an animal guy. Another thing about dogs is like I can't have the woman or my girlfriend or like my significant other. That would be female because I'm straight. In case you didn't know, like the dog more than me. And I feel that's the case with some women. And I couldn't have them love a dog more than me. Like personally, I like couldn't take that.
That's why you need to get a dog and bring it into the relationship.
But the thing is, I don't want to talk about one of my buddies at work, but he has a dog. And he's like, when he was younger, like high school.
Yeah.
And like he bring him to softball game, or he'd go watch softball games. He wasn't being weird or like anything about it. They'd like love his dog, but didn't love him, and I couldn't take that. Like it hurt. Yeah, like, him explaining it to me made me more. self-conscious and painful
I
about it.
I understand what you're trying to say earlier.
Like
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, like just like, okay, you bring a dog, like, oh, your dog's super cool, and like
Oh,
never
can
talk
I pet
to
your
me,
dog?
and then never talk to me
you can
again.
pet my dog, and then you're just sitting there like,
this is weird, and then like they never talk to you again.
Yeah.
You
You're like,
know?
oh, thanks.
Bye, never see you again.
Did you really enjoy petting the dog that much?
You didn't enjoy me at all. You
It's
know,
really
that's
dumb.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's why I couldn't get a dog. That just hurt me. And like the wife could have a dog, but I like we don't even not associate with it. Or there's a couple other things like if I had a wife and kids, like I could never do. Like I'm very true to myself. I feel.
Yeah.
I have different like you and I personality, like me and my personality versus you and my school. 2 different ball games. Like everybody.
Right.
That's
For sure.
everybody. I feel. But like I can never like lie to myself and say I like dogs or anything. Like it's straight. I couldn't fake it.
Hey, it's okay.
I feel attacked.
This is a safe space for hating dogs.
I literally feel attacked.
I don't agree with you, but that's completely fine. I like dogs. That's an opinion.
I just feel attacked some days. Like I genuinely
can understand that. I can see a lot of people getting really mad that you don't like.
Yeah,
like you want to kill every dog out there, and I
I never said that.
And I know that dog is your favorite food and all that.
Dog.
I know.
Okay.
But
like I never felt. I didn't know how to respond to that. But, like,
okay, Noah, we have 2 options. I have to piss so bad.
I do. Okay.
So we have 2 options. We either gotta end this thing or we gotta go pee.
You should go piss. I'll keep talking in the background.
Okay, there you go.
You're pissing in the background. Adios. All right, folks. I'm gonna talk about you. And like, you can watch the episode and hear what I say. Oh, I really have to piss too, but I'm gonna hold it because I'm a man. That little. All right, guys. Adam's out of the room pissing. I didn't really know what I was going to say here. I was just kind of joshing with him. Me and Adam's a pretty cool dude, I feel. He has a girlfriend, and I don't. So keep that in mind, I guess, to a degree. And I don't know how long his piss is. I wish I had my phone to time it. I turned it off because I didn't want to be rude and have a notification go. And I'm kind of rambling, but I wish I would have taken some more pictures or, like, went around his house with my GoPro before it sadly died. But if you look, I see he's a Boy Scout of America, and I'm also a Boy Scout, by the way, in case you didn't catch that drift. But, I see his brother, I'm going to assume, Cub Scout uniform, along with him, I'm going to assume there's 2, and his brother's one of them. And then I just see on his wall, Daddy's Little Angel, Love Seth, June 2005. And it's like handprints and an angel. That's pretty cool. And then looking on the wall to the left of this, all on the same wall, by the way, we're in the basement, too, if that helps. It says, I can't read it. It has last signatures and a trophy on it. So if we go to, so I'm looking like across the camera to the right, I guess. And if we keep going down to the other wall on my left side, on Adam's side, I see shelf with some Boy Scout Pinewood Derby trophies, Pinewood Derby cars, some Pinewood Derby sales, as well as some Boy Scout uniforms and whatnot. Those might be his or his dad's. I literally was talking about your home. Like, just describing the scene for like a minute. That was fairly quick for a guy. Did you wash your hands?
Yes, I wash my hands.
I'm glad you did. Some people don't. That's icky. Just so you know. I'm not like a germaphobe. I just find that gross. But, yeah, I was just kind of describing your home. I got like this wall done. It was pretty intense. Also, I said some stuff. You got to listen to it. Yeah, I'll also do it. But I like literally, I'll have a picture. If you actually see my episode and saw me bring out the picture,
yeah,
I will drink like half of that drink and like half that editing. So I'm really hydrated, but I'm fine because I'm so dehydrated.
That's fair. That's fair.
Also, I normally drink more water during the show, but you didn't give me any more water, which is fine.
I didn't bring a pitcher. I didn't bring a pitcher.
I was going to, and I totally slipped my mind. Also, it was dirty, so I wasn't gonna clean it. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's like 2 seconds.
2 seconds too much.
Oh my God.
At least I didn't say about my sex drive. Otherwise, that'd be concerning. That got a little real for the younger audiences.
Maybe you should clean up your room.
Definitely should clean my room. I feel like I'm getting attacked for like dogs. My room. What is it? My height, weight. Get to the real deep stuff. Just like right where it hits me. You know, I'm self-conscious about that. But like,
we gotta get to 10 things, and you said there's 10 things.
10 flaws.
10 flaws.
Weight. Not liking dogs.
Not liking dogs.
Not a clean room. That's like 4.
Drink too much water on a podcast. That's 5.
I don't think you can drink too much. Alcohol, yes. Water, no.
Fair.
Dude, there's been days though where I'm like, and I hate solo episodes. Do you ever do any solo episodes?
Yeah.
Have you
ever done any?
Like my first 10, 12. Some like I had my mom on, like my some other I like my first episode where the first, but like the first episode I ever had like a guest on was like my 8th or 9th, I believe. and it was my buddy talking about planes. I love that episode.
Why?
I'm so proud of that episode, and it's not even well known. It was just so awesome because I was so interested, like, personally.
Yeah.
Like, I love planes, like, because I've flown in like a 4-seater plane. It's so much better than commercial. And me and my buddy flying, it was so awesome. Such an experience.
Why did you do so many in the beginning?
Because I didn't have anyone on during COVID too, and like I wasn't going to, and also I would have been like what, sophomore COVID?
Yeah.
Junior, I don't even know what day.
I don't know.
Sophomore year COVID, junior year post COVID, like mask, but like at home, sent home end of like March sophomore year. Yeah. It's like also I wasn't super popular and still aren't. So like getting over to people's homes during that time especially was a no. Also like doing Zoom and all that because I was at my grandpa's house too, helping out there. So like his internet wasn't really good.
Yeah.
And like doing it at my home at the time, it's been the greatest. And like awkward too. Like just there's so many variables. And like there's a couple I'm really proud of solo. Like not quality, just like the stuff I did, like doing it. Like I did it type mentality, not like this is quality.
Yeah.
I grinded.
Have you ever recorded a podcast that you never posted?
No. There's been stuff I've done on YouTube. Like one video I did for school. It was for Secret Santa that I just like so I could easily share with the class, but like I don't want the world to see that. It was so cringy. It's still cringy. I still cringe. Like I sleep at night and like feel the cringe. It's still with me. It'll never leave. But like
interesting.
Like Chutes and Ladders. Oh, one of my proudest episodes by myself was me like it was like Earth Day. I had it out on Earth Day or like shortly after Earth Day, and it was me like doing a Bob Ross 5K virtually or whatever.
Really?
And like getting the shirt and all that, talking about like I just talked about like nature and stuff. Like and like one of my buddies told me like he littered once and like never did it again. And like stuff like that made me so proud. Like I changed the world for the better. Like that episode I won't say was great at all. But like when I heard him telling me that like, I littered once, felt terrible, never will do it again. Like something like that.
Yeah.
Like it made me feel good that I changed the world. Even though that was one small thing.
Right.
But, like that's what I hope in life.
Interesting.
So like that's why I'm super proud of that solo episode. But like otherwise I really don't care for them. Because another thing with like this I talk about more behind stage, but like if we're gonna talk about it now. You and I can go off of you. Like if when I said I hate dogs, you laughed. You know, I can go off that. But when I say something like, I hate dogs, like there's so many interpretations. Right. Where you kind of set the tone. You and I. Yeah. When it's by yourself, I don't know where I'm going with it. To a degree. Yeah. That's why it's so much harder to do it by yourself.
I know. I've probably done over 5. And I try to space them out. I kind of only do them when I like need a podcast / sometimes I have like stuff I need to like want to talk about or whatnot. Yeah. But I write down normally 3 topics beforehand, and it takes me like 30 minutes to get through all of them. And there's other things that come up in between. I mean,
I can relate to that. I never had anything I wanted to say that I don't say on the show normally, because it normally gets brought up. But the other thing is, also when I was younger, too, and near the show, and microphone, still a little nervous, whatnot. Like, they're like 10, 15 minutes long, too. By yourself, too. And, like, it was a struggle. And now it's fine. Like, now I could talk by myself for a while. If I, like, I did both. Like, my first episode was scripted.
If you're doing 2 times a week, you could fit in a couple. I can see a couple times you're like, well, I don't have a guest, so I gotta get another one out.
But like the thing is, though, I've had it where I have a double takes. Like one time, like the Isaac Rogowski one, which should get out eventually, and the one with Trinity, like they're back to back essentially. Okay. Like literally got done recording, half hour later recording again, which was fine. Yeah. Because it's 2 different people, and it wasn't like a grind. They're like less than an hour long each, so it wasn't like a big deal. And like it's just mental. I just need to also guests too. It's hard. Like okay, after like you. Like, I have no guests lined up next.
Well, you have a lot to edit.
I have a lot of time. Well, this I'm not really worried. Just minus the swears and some noise stuff, I'm sure, which is normal. Yeah. Because I like to say family friendly, minus some things. This is definitely one of the more explicit ones, which isn't that explicit, just for Noah.
I bet you there's like 7 swears.
Oh, yeah. Tops. And normally I try to swear in general, comedically. Yes. Unless I'm just. Yes. And like, there's been times where I just like don't even think about it.
It just comes out.
It just kind of happens. Or like at work, it's just kind of like, dropped the part of my toe. Yep. And then I'm just like sometimes I'll yell at people, but I don't. The other thing is I'm like I said earlier, I don't feel like words hurt, which they can. Like obviously some words, it's like sentences hurt, but like words individually don't to a degree. Mm-hmm. Like if I said like I don't see any problem with that. Like, right. Literally it's just a word, bro. But like I said some words with that sentence to you, I can understand. Like I don't want to seem like I'm not saying like words don't hurt.
Yeah.
It's just, also I'm super like away. Like you say something, bounce off.
Yeah.
There's only been 2 times where like really. That's when I'm one of the boys, and they're like we're totally cool now.
Interesting.
Other than that, like it normally isn't at all.
How long do you want this episode to be?
I literally don't care. Honestly, the other thing is it's a game. Also for me, like personally, you didn't know this, but like whenever like someone will drive me home one day or like we're talking, like I will purposely like not over talk, but see how far I can get before they're like, okay, I have to leave. It's fascinating to me. I have an issue. I'm sure. I'm sure.
I'm excited to show you like the stuff I'm working.
I know. Oh, I was wondering if I get a house tour. I was like,
you
I love
definitely
house
get a
tours.
house tour.
Like not.
I just gotta save it to the after the podcast. Otherwise, you'll have that in your mind. And
that would totally screw me up.
It will. I know.
I get it.
I know.
I feel it. Business first anyway.
Business first.
But like I love people's homes because a home says a lot about you and your family. It really does.
I hope it's the right impression.
No, I was talking about your wall. You're looking pretty good.
I mean, it's definitely like a basement.
Oh, definitely basement vibe. Definitely kids screaming. Shouldn't say that. Other thing is, no one's in the basement, guys, that I'm aware of.
What?
Don't tell them that.
God.
Stop screaming, Jeremy.
They're only baby dogs.
Oh,
Noah eats.
I hate dogs, bro. I'm not gonna eat them. Like, why do you hate something you eat? This isn't like one of them, like the things you said earlier with like the sparkling juice. I can just like, I hate it, guys. Wink.
I hate it so much. I hate dogs so much that I love them.
No, I don't have that. But like, I have no issues with dogs. I'm just not like I don't feel joy from them. Like I have no. They're like neutral to me. It's like dog. Like it doesn't bring any bad or negative feeling or good or bad. It's just like there. It's like one of them things. It's like you're at a stoplight. It's fine. It just sucks, but like it doesn't hurt me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like, and like when you see people like they're so excited about their dogs, and you're like, yeah, it's so cool. You feel so bad. You don't care, like at all. Like I'm so bad. And like everyone that I'm close with, so I guess we're close now. Yeah. Knows I don't like dogs, and the people that listen, so it's like 20 people. So we're really close viewers. Send me an email, bro. It's fine.
Send me an email.
Or comment on my videos or whatnot, or the voice things.
Hey, if you want to go check out Where's the Point podcast, write a review. Yelp.
I want to get a Yelp so bad.
Yelp it.
That is so
that'd
funny.
Be pretty good.
One of my friends.
Yeah.
She was telling me that because I was like telling like I want to get like I'm not like wanting people left and right to drive manual, but I want a good people and like I want them and the people that ask her. She kind of wanted to learn. She's like, yeah, I kind of want to. And I'm like, I'm one of these other people I really wanted to learn, really badly. And I'm like, Sierra drove, and she's like, because she said like, I'll leave a good review on Yelp, like jokingly in the car. I'm like, Sierra, what was your Yelp review? And she's like, oh, it was really good. It was fun, good times. Like you got to be there to really feel it, but you catch my drift.
I get what you're saying. I think I need to get a Yelp just so I can say leave a Yelp review to my guests as they're leaving.
Dude, also I'm so glad I stopped like at the end of my show too by myself. I was like, all right, just like if you can comment down below all that, I'm so glad I don't.
Yes, I agree.
It's so much better, and like that's the thing I learned, like the time wave of Noah's nonsense, and where's the point? I feel creator here. I'm just so glad, and like I like to like also the boys. I love when they tell me to shout them out because homies help homies always.
Right.
So like, where's the point mentioning? Cool with me, bro. I don't get any offense. Like I don't know why people get mad. Like it's like 30 seconds out of the whole show. Like I don't really care, bro.
I don't get it either.
And like people, like the other thing is, I love the boys, but I wish they were a little bit better about their social media. Like when like I looked and like I didn't see anything. I knew you said Tuesday, but I couldn't remember that was a hard Tuesday or not. I didn't know your schedule. I should have looked. But like so like when you get out, like I literally will make a post on like every social media thing. Like you gotta check this out. You know, I'm one of them. Right. Like I literally make sure everyone knows stories, post permanently too. So like if someone looked back, like I'm one of them people.
Yeah,
except my one time I didn't do it.
I post.
I just totally slew my mind. I post on my stories, so I'm not
I
I
post during the week that it comes out.
Yeah.
That's like my rule.
Yeah.
Sometime during the week.
Yeah. But like Tuesday.
Sometimes it's Tuesday, sometimes it's not.
Yeah, not a big deal, bro. But like I want people to look back. Like he was on this show. This guy, like I really want to help out the homies, and I feel like you do the same thing for me, which I'm getting better at. Like I didn't feel like awkward. I just felt like not weird, but like not needy either. I don't know what the word is, but like not bad about it, but like just felt asking someone to do that was just weird. Which I know it's not in the industry. I know it's not. But like in general, but it's like when someone's too like
I have such a hard time like asking, hey, if you don't mind, could you please like promote?
Yeah, because you promote the show.
It's like,
I know it's like I need it though.
And I know
I would do it the same for them though. That's the other thing. I'm such a team player. Like if literally like when your show comes on, I will literally take a picture if you don't believe me. But you'll see Noah was on Where's the Point. You will see if they're permanently. You can look back 10 years and you'll like see it. And you're like, oh, cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just also my career too. So it's a little different. I get like the average guy, it's a little different. But like some of the boys and some of the girls are on their phone constantly. Like you're telling me you can't.
Could you just you
just can't take like a picture of the picture or take the one like, and I'll even give it to people too if they need it.
Right.
She's like, but we're getting better at that. That's the only thing I like. Okay, there's a lot of work. Everyone needs improvement.
Yes.
But, like my social media game, it's definitely improvement. But like it needs to go up.
Gotta just start following randos.
I don't believe in that. Also, I've had some random people follow me, and I always wonder is it just because one of them suggested random or like people just actually listen to the show randomly. You know what I mean? Like some people like no mutual friends at all. And I was wondering if that's like the algorithm, like that one time, or like they saw the show or something. Like that's what I wondered too. And that's the thing that sucks. Like I'd rather people like I know like the show, not just a random follow. That's what I think. Also, my average view duration is, I don't want to say the number, but it's so sad. It makes me cry.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
It's so sad. I don't even want to tell you the number.
I don't want to. I've stopped looking.
It's fine. Like, I get it. But, like, there's one that I was super proud of. The David Nuenfeld one was the highest at this moment. And I was so proud of that.
Really?
It was like 10 minutes out of like 40, 45.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound like much. But I was so proud of that compared to what I used to be.
Right.
And then it's gone up. So, like, I'm proud of it. Like, not above 10, sadly. But I was so proud of that. Like, I literally looked like...
I'll have to look at mine.
I literally looked on YouTube statistics. If you want to feel sad, look at that.
Look at YouTube statistics.
Just look at the analytics on your channel, and you'll always feel depressed. And, like, I just looked, and, like, versus all the other numbers, and just saw that 3,000% increase or whatever. Yeah. I felt so good. Ina is so small. Like, 25% of video being watched.
Yeah.
Like, sucks. But from, like, what it used to be in that video, I was so proud. I'm still happy about that. And, like, that's the little goals in life, too, that make me happy.
Right.
I was so proud of that.
I'm cutting you off.
Ah, damn. I was hoping we could get 2 hours.
We're really close.
We're so close. Also, the first 15 minutes of us being stupid doesn't really count. I'll probably throw it at the end because I'm lazy. But
you can. Do you have outro? Do you have an outro?
I normally am like, wait. I gotta stretch it a minute. Normally it's like 45 seconds.
Not normal.
Oh, actually, there's one thing. There's one thing I normally do after every show though. That I like to do.
Okay.
Is there any like advice or like one more story or something like to share before we end?
You're just watching the clock.
No. But no, I actually genuinely do that.
Do I have any advice? No.
Live your life. Be happy. Do what you want.
Like any college advice?
First off, if you go to college, just be out there. It's your chance to actually be yourself if you like to put on a face during high school. Secondly, if you want to like hear more about my advice, go to the episodes that I talk by myself because normally those are rant-filled and opinionated. So have fun, knock yourself out, listen to me in the car, and then turn me off. I don't care, or turn me on.
Turn me on.
Anyways. We're almost there.
Yeah, we don't need to stretch it that bad. But like, you wanna show your channel one more time?
Yeah, that's Where's the Point podcast? Adam_Schmidt_Adam.Schmidt on Instagram. I don't know. I post some fun things. I did a burrito mile.
I saw that. That was pretty.
Did you like it? It was 5 minutes of gold in my opinion. It was
quality content. That's what we are here. That's what we are here.
Quality over quantity. I post every week because I don't know quality. Anyways.
Yep. That's Where's the Point podcast on Spotify and Apple Music.
Everywhere
Everything
except for Amazon.
You gotta get an Amazon Music.
And iHeartRadio. And YouTube.
Eventually, someday. Let me know. But Where's the Point? It's been an honor having you guest star.
No, it's not. It's been a positive experience myself. Yeah. Thank you.
But so that's the end of the show. I'd like to thank you one more time. Where's the Point podcast? Adam Schmidt and host here. No, it's nonsense. Gotta do the self promotion here. No, it's nonsense. Quality content.
They know what they're watching.
Well, no, they need to know. But someone pulls up a random clip in gym class. Like, what is this show? No, it's nonsense. Oh, I know. Don't even have to ask. Also, self promotion. Like, you make it a joke. It makes me laugh even harder on the inside. Okay. Even though it's stupid, I know. Yeah. But we'll end because we're over 2 hours, and I was just seeing how far I could keep him going. Like, I literally thought we were gonna literally until you passed out. And when you had to pee, I was like, dude. When he said, I'm like, oh, he's gonna want to cancel it. We got it. I was just seeing, and I did. I did my dream. It's a goal. I know. I'm so good at this. It's funny. I thought you were gonna have like a stroke and like, no, stop and just hit me.
I'm just like,
No, you smacked your mic on the ground.
well, you're gonna have to cut that bit out.
Yeah, I might leave that. That's funny.
You need to stop it.
All right. Noah's Nonsense. Thanks for having us.
5.
Goodbye,
4.
team. Goodbye.
We're out.
So this is some of the beginning clips that we had. This is recorded on my iPhone because my new audio equipment isn't in. Because I sold my old stuff. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, that's fine. This is just in the future, like 2 weeks. And once you see the Eli Comp episode, that's coming out like next week, hopefully, it'll make more sense. But enjoy these beginning clips.
No, I have to click the button. I don't want to like record 20 minutes of me just like jacking off.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not really worried.
So illegal at your age.
It's fun. Don't worry about it, alright? Besides, what happens off the show and on the show are 2 different things.
All right, fair enough.
You have a girlfriend.
Exactly. I don't know. I'm trying to make sure that Mike's, like, I'm good. Audio levels. Am I good now? Yeah, I'm fine. I might be able to nudge it up. Talk.
You want me to talk? But I don't want to talk. You can't force me. I can't do
bump
it.
it down. God.
I do kind of yell a lot also in general. I'm pretty aggressive. I'm pretty loud in general. Like,
you convinced me. I'll put
like
it down
you should
more.
have seen me like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
like,
2 years ago you were aggressive.
I'm still aggressive. I'm actually more aggressive today than any other day this week.
Being a minor, I feel like is the best time to be aggressive.
True. And reckless and like not care about anything. I mean, that's factual.
Yeah.
That's factual. So am I good? Like I don't have to worry about anything?
You should be good.
All right.
I just don't want...
You don't want me to peek because no one likes that.
I don't want you to peek, and I also don't want to give you bad audio. So I think that's good.
That would be true. I don't like bad audio. No one likes bad audio.
Right. The listeners like bad audio.
Oh, like the crunchies. That's my favorite sound. Or the
prefer to
aluminum foil.
Right behind your voice.
And that might have.
Is he in a blizzard? No, he's in his basement using the microphone like a dumbass.
Dude, like it's so funny. Like I'm sorry, that came partially out of my nose, but it's fine. I don't want to lie. It was almost. It's like close. Like it'll dry. It ain't gonna flush. More on me. I'm wet, but that's not relevant.
You're jacking
Also,
off,
I went through.
wet.
I feel like that's
going on.
I feel like that's everybody these days. Kids. Like, what's wrong?
Why do we gotta talk about kids being wet? Okay, can we talk about adults being wet? I feel like it's a better subject.
Is it because I'm a minor?
This is gonna give
This is one of like the few episodes I'm gonna have to put explicit.
Oops.
Yeah, and like I was telling my aunt, I'm fairly family. She asked me about it. I'm like, I'm fairly family.
Wow.
Fairly family friendly.
Because I don't know how to talk.
Yeah, too. Jesus, Harold. Should we start now? Or?
We can start. I think we're good.
I mean, you just have like 5 minutes to know it's bullshit. But
that's fine.
You gotta look proper. I wish you were a little shorter than me, but we can't be winners. Also, it's weird because normally I have headphones on and like hear it back, which is fine. I don't need it. It's fine.
So here's the thing with the headphones. I have 4 sets of headphones, and I have one jack that plays the audio in real time, and one jack that plays the audio slightly delayed, and no other jacks.
I need to get like an adapter, like a 4 splitter.
Yes.
I would assume that'd work.
It doesn't work.
You tried?
Yes, it makes your headphones into microphones.
What the? So like when it says audio out, you're telling me if I put a splitter in that would have 4 of them, it's gonna what?
Yes.
It has to be your interface, bro. I can't.
Could be.
I'm gonna do this, and I'll let you know.
Please spend the money, and then I'll.
Yeah. Also, I want to get speakers in mine because I like to hear mine outside of headphones. Like someone's blaring it like music, just for fun. I don't know. I get bored. But I don't know what episode number I am too. I'm gonna say like 24ish.
You're 7. What? No, you're 24 now.
No, I have like 22 out. I think 21
out.
or no.
We could look this up.
It's fine. Nah, it's part of the character building. Send it. Also, I don't have my mug. I didn't bring my mug. Oh my God. And I can only always pour water in a mug. Do you need a hip, bro? Like, I always have a mug. You see me like middle of the show, someone talking, just pour water into. If you watch YouTube, it's more. It makes it more bearable because you just see Noah like someone's talking about something really deep or something stupid. And you just see Noah just Fleet Farm mug dumping a gallon of water, and I always have the orange pitcher. Right? You got to stay on brand.
Okay.
But
yeah, let's get this thing rolling.
Let's send it in the words of Noah.
I need to plug in my computer before I die.
Oh, that'd be smart. I mean, I'm not really worried about my GoPro. Also, the red light means it's going, so I'm not too worried.
Oh, so you're gonna have to cut it anyways.
Yeah, not a big deal.
I'm really happy.
I can
It had stopped recording. We're good.
We're good now?
Yeah, I think when I plug it in,
Is it two audio waves? Or is it one?
It splits it, but it's
and it's like 400 days, and it says 30, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. You should definitely get that out there. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
It's so much better, bro. Take my word. My buddy uses it. It has to be true.
Yes, that's how it works.
Yes. All right.